BMT. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups. It's my baby mama, I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama, she be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies and doing setups.
Razor B on the track.
Baby mama terrorist.
Yeah.
BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around trying to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public wearing fake hellos, behind closed doors she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong, knowing damn well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worrying about another bid instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
Yeah.
Y'all stay mad.
Hell yeah.
What's up with that, man?
Shit, I don't know.
All this money out here.
Shop it up, boy.
Fuck.
I did come in for the 808.
Just want the haters to know we gonna keep getting going. Y'all mad 'cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.
Cruising down Lakeshore Drive, feeling good and alive. Haters thought I wouldn't survive, but bitch, I survived. All the trauma and lies they tried to put aside my mind so I would commit suicide. But I wasn't going, kept my veins cold, changed the laws in my mind when I don't give a fuck mode. Saw the life from the real and the fake ones, thought I would fall down the rabbit hole. Got myself in order, got my shit right, so everybody fuck themselves. I'ma live my life. Now I'm spreading the message to focus on self. Say yourself, do for self, fuck everyone else. If they're mad, let them cry, just go to church. Let them simp die over hoes, get treated like dirt. I be king shit on niggas, that's what I do. Why hoes stay beneath me and shine in my shoes.
Just want the haters to know we gonna keep getting going. Y'all mad 'cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.
Talking like a
pimp, so you know shorty went. First of the month, we ain't worried about the rent. Got the deed to the crib, money well spent. When you ain't getting shit, shorty, gon' take the hint. Niggas getting bold, I never sell my soul. Fake chains, fake hoes, yeah, it's getting old. See, I'd rather own shit, rather have my own biz. Tell him my future son, one day he gon' own this. Feel like making 10 today, feel good, calling the fam, making sure they straight. They depend on me, I depend on them. No 401k, we are on retirement. Money keeps moving, but we moving faster. Shorty want me to slow down, I move past her. Nah, the legacy comes first. Go on, fuck with the simps if you looking for the thirst.
Just want the haters to know we gonna keep getting done. Y'all mad cause how we roll. You know I'll always hold my own.
All stand, please. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. This honorable court now stands adjourned, sine die. God save the state and this honorable court.
Hey, man, what's good, man? Y'all maybe seat up in this motherfucker. My man, D-Mac the trucker, like, put it on. You know what I'm saying? How he roll? Like, shit, might as well. Shit. If y'all want to download the track, is in the description box. It ain't on here. I ain't did it yet, but if you go to the previous videos, you'll see it. Shout out to Ramil, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna make that a summer banger. We're gonna do a video for it. And just like Jess said, yeah, it's like a 90s West Coast type of sound, you know what I mean? You know, so yeah. Shout out to the Cows Gang. Yeah, what's good, man? Let me get a shout out to MPI for the $5 donation. She said, PSA, don't get distracted by the coochie. That's the most expensive item on earth. Why are you lying, dog? Oh, I'm sorry. You said the most expensive. I thought you meant the most important. I'm sorry. You right. Yes, it's the most expensive when anytime somebody can use their pussy to get you for child support, alimony, and spouse support and everything else. Yeah, and take away your assets. You have a point. You 100% right. Shout out to Abdur for the $5 donation. He said, "What's up, y'all? Salute." Yeah, I thought you meant the value. My bad. I'm sorry. Because the value went down a long time ago, like in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So that was some real ism right there. Yeah, that track is smooth, man. But guess what? I gotta let y'all know. In the fall, me and Ramil got a song, and I created, but I told her to get on. I got a song called Walmart. Walmart will be the next single coming out, and that motherfucker is gonna definitely make y'all dance to that motherfucker. Shit, you know what I mean? You got a motherfucker come out with Walmart. Shout out to Jess for the $1. I appreciate you, sister. Hell yeah, I'm coming out with a song called Walmart. Feature me and Ramil doing that one. Ragtag arm. Yeah, we're gonna take that and run with it, man, with the how we roll, man. Yeah, it's called I told you I ain't playing with these baby mama tails. It's called Walmart. I ain't going. Yeah, man. But hey, I don't know if y'all was on here earlier, man, but Anton Daniels hit me up on my IG. He wanted me to come on his live. Now I didn't get it till after the fact. And I gotta give a shout out to my man Tan. He hit me up and say, hey man, Anton is live with, you know what I'm saying, talking about that dude tech lead. So, and yesterday he did come up in here talking about now he didn't come in talking, but he came in and donated $99.99, $100. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. And I didn't realize he hit me. Yeah, I did, but it was during his stream. So I came up in there and I got on the panel, and it's a lot of things that he didn't know his damn self. He did not know how bad child support. He never went through it. Never known nobody who had that situation. All his family members are still married. All his uncles and aunties still married. They ain't had no divorce. And I'm like, hey, that's good. But I laid it down on what he needed to know, because even he said he ain't never getting divorced because it's bad for business. And yeah, it is bad for business. And I told him, even somebody your caliber need to know about this, so you'll know how to move, because you just never know. You know, Abdul say, Brother Polite say he started the Black Manosphere.
You fucking income fucking poop.
I ain't entertaining that, bro. I don't give a fuck. If he say start, he started. These the same dudes said black women were gods and queens and Mother Earth, and I'll die and kill for them. I don't take none of them black pros seriously at all. So if he say start the Black Manosphere, hey, he can have that motherfucker for all I'm concerned. I don't give a fuck. Lolita Gore, I was so worried about where you was. I see you sick. I hope you feel better. I hope Moonflower feel better. I do understand, but I don't give a fuck about no Brother Polite. I wouldn't give a fuck if Barack Obama came in here and said I started the Black Manosphere. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
You can have it. But like I said, man, shout out to Anton Daniels for bringing me on the platform to get some real knowledge. Like I said, he wasn't aware of all this, but it's something that every man should be aware of, especially somebody who got money and got something to lose. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a shout out to all the brothers in here who don't have children, who live in a free agent lifestyle, never had that problem, but y'all support this channel because you understand exactly what men go through, because y'all know plenty of guys, maybe family members who went through the same shit. So shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Definitely hit the like button, come in here. Please subscribe if you're new. But the only thing I didn't like about being online with Anton was the fact that you had dudes on there that was talking about you know, they was just acting like simping forces. They was just, man, sucker for love ass niggas, man. It was, and one brother came on there and said, yeah, see, I ain't go through none of y'all went through. I had her sign some paper. She agreed to it. Okay, so because she agreed to what you say, what's the point? The point is, you didn't go through the trenches. That's one thing, but she could have went to court and changed that whole dynamic. If she was a baby mama terrorist, you just had a right woman who was about what's right and being about the child. So he did a contract, and she agreed to it, and he paid the child for it, and they was cool. But she had the power to go back and go to court and say, hey, look, I'm tired of the contract. I want child support. That jail to chew that shit up and say, hey, yeah, because we want in. Shout out to Don Sapansky for the 99-cent super sticker. Appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He says, what's the temperature? Oh, it's 68 degrees, so it's close to 70. So I ain't gonna hate on y'all today. It's 83 in Jacksonville, Florida. That's cool. I ain't gonna hate on y'all today because it's nice outside. Because when I got done with the interview, with Anton, I stood outside and just chill for the moment, man. So shout out to y'all who got the good weather. You know what I mean? Because we good here. Saturday's gonna be 80 degrees. I ain't tripping at all. You know, shout out to you, MPI. Logan said I can't lie. I had to unfollow Anton. Hey, y'all got that right? I mean, y'all got y'all reason. There's people that unfollowed me. There's people that was cool with me 1 minute, then they did the flip. Hey, it is what it is, fam. You know what I'm saying? But Abdul says 52 in Queens. Usually y'all have better weather than we do. But like I say, good dialogue. He said we're gonna do a one-on-one. I'm like, yeah, I prefer to do the one-on-one. But you just never know who don't know about this system. And it's understandable if, like, hey, I ain't never been through it. Dang, my family went through. My family didn't go through it either. But I still explained that it's very important that everyone know how the courts and how the system really is. I even told him about Michigan because he live in Michigan. So I told him, like, 33% of men who pay for a child that's not theirs. And of course, they allow it. So it was a good show. Y'all check it out. It was on the Anton Daniels, the Millionaire page. So check it out. And one day I'm gonna have him come on here, talk some shit. But like I said, y'all, it's very important that we spread awareness, because you'll be surprised who really don't know, who never been through it, don't have these problems, or maybe they do have this problem, but they didn't realize how bad it was. You know what I mean? They thought it was just them. Like a lot of y'all thought it was just y'all. You didn't have nobody to talk to because they'll try to shame you. And I had one client come there talking about I don't know if it's you pick them or some shit. I don't care about you, baby mama terrorists. Straight up, man. Shout out to MPI. He said, let those men dream. They still believe in love. Yeah, them dudes are shopping the suckers. Shout out to MPI. But like I told y'all know how I get down. I'll talk to anybody, you know what I mean, especially when it comes to this unjust system. A brother asked me, he was like, the one who was talking about the contract he did. He was like, well, don't you think child support should have some type of position for the ones that don't want to be fathers? I said, man, eliminate the whole motherfucking shit. Get rid of the whole motherfucking child support. What about the deadbeat dads? I don't give a fuck. Delete the whole motherfucking thing. And I explained why, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. See, when I first started this shit, I said good fathers should not be on child support. Let the ones who don't want to be happy Ramadan to all the Islam people up in here. Assalamu alaikum to all the Islamic people up in here. Salute. When I first started, I was like, nah, the ones that want to be fathers, hey, they shouldn't be on child support. Put the ones that want to be fathers on child support. Till I started learning how this system really was. They don't care if you're a father. They don't care if you're a piece of shit. They don't care if you're involved. They don't care if you're not involved. If you did it the right way, if you had a child out of wedlock, if you live with the motherfucker, if you took care of the kid or you didn't take care of the child. So this system's only about this $51 billion business. That's why these baby mama tests allowed to do whatever the fuck they want to do to try to destroy you. And they aid assist these whores. So far as I'm concerned, dismantle the whole motherfucking thing and start over. You know what I'm saying? Until they make this shit equal parenting and make it equal opportunity for the father to get his rights and his just due, then eliminate the motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel about that. Start the whole motherfucking thing over. So yeah, I don't care who a deadbeat. Motherfucker, most motherfuckers who are deadbeats are not paying child support. They not even on child support. So don't come with that goof ass shit. I ain't going. And so that's my opinion on that. Ain't none of that, because it's either you gonna get rid of it or you gonna leave it. And you already know these motherfuckers gonna leave it. So that's why I say dismantle the whole motherfucking thing. Start over. Shit. Make some changes. But I want y'all to watch this video. This video is about a YouTuber. She got over 200,000 subscribers. I've seen her before on Instagram or on the TikTok video. Her name is Hazel Goddess. It was a brother in here that told me he went to high school with her. So he said he know her personally. And the reason why I want to talk about this, because she's a single mother. She has 2 children, 2 different guys. And she did a video saying, marry before you carry. And this is why I tell y'all that when people try to say, hey, I'm a single mother and I'm strong and independent, don't take them seriously, because the stat shows and everything we see out here in the public, out here on YouTube, TikTok, on the news, everywhere, don't fall for that bullshit that being strong and independent and trying to glorify single motherism. That ain't nothing to glorify. Now, if you a single mother and dude ran off because you're a piece of shit and you had to fend for yourself and do what you got to do, that's what you're supposed to do. But then just because you made it and your child made it, don't mean it's something that you want your child to go through. You don't want your daughter to be a single mother. You don't want your son to deal with some piece of shit ass single mother. You know what I mean? So as a single mother, real mom or father is going to tell that child, hey, don't get into the same situation I went through. Get married first. Now, let's be real, y'all. Let's be real. In this day and age, I get it. Why chance getting married? Why chance having kids in United States of America? So this is not about this video is not about me or her saying, hey, y'all should get married. But what she's saying is, and she's talking to women, what she's saying is, if you're gonna do it a traditional way. So I'm just saying, because I don't think as long as these laws are where they are, you're gonna have more men saying I'm gonna be childless and unmarried. So this is not to tell y'all, hey, get married before you carry. But I agree from that standpoint, it's better to get married before you carry. And she's talking to the women out here. And I have to say shout out to her for that, because a lot of these mothers will sit back and say being strong and independent. But this is what I realized, y'all, and I want y'all to take heed of this. When you hear these single mothers, and most of these single mothers are baby mama terrorists, when they run around and say, I don't need no man, and they say I'm strong and independent, and we made it happen, and it was only me, and all that shit, they just use that as a cover up that they fucked up with the man by running him away or alienating him out the picture. You can't make this shit up. See, so instead of saying I'm a baby mama, they say I'm strong and independent. They try to substitute baby mama to independent and strong and independent and single mother. Don't fall for that bullshit. That just mean when they say they strong and independent, can't no man handle me, and he couldn't take me. Nah, you ran him off. You alienated him out the picture. You was too toxic for him. You sent them off and everything else. That's why. So anytime motherfucker try to use that strong, independent, I'm a strong and black queen, all this shit, or white queen, whatever the fuck, just know they just use that to substitute baby mama, because that's one thing most women don't want to be called a baby mama. So, but the reality is you chose single motherism, so it is what it is. So yeah. So I definitely have to give support, shout out and a support for what she said. But I want to talk about everything, and she's gonna break down her situation, and she's gonna talk about even at the end, she says she's gonna teach her kids not to go down that rabbit hole. Good. See, that's them the ones I respect. The ones who made the mistake, that been there, done that, but try to teach others, don't do what I did. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm okay. I'm surviving. I'm living a good life, but I don't wish this on nobody. And it was a celebrity recently, some months ago, that said, matter of fact, it was what's her name? Taraji Henson. Even she came out and said, I don't wish being a single mother on nobody. She said that she's multimillionaire. She said, I don't recommend being a single mother to nobody. She said she don't wish that on nobody. She said it was very hard being a single mother. But you got these motherfuckers running around talking about, yeah, strong and independent. And I can do bad all by my damn self, but you're getting child support, link, Section 8 and everything else, book vouchers and all that shit. So that's why I let Denzel speak for Malcolm X all day long when it comes to you lying baby mama terrorists who choose single motherism. Where's Malcolm at, y'all?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
See, a lot of these jokers be lying. A lot of these jokers be lying. So, and that's why I don't take these baby mama terrorists seriously at all. You know what I mean? Ragtag Army say my mom was widow and she had no choice. Oh yeah, we ain't talking about the ones who's married, got divorced, who was married, and well, you know what? Some of the ones that got married and got divorced choose single motherism because you ran him off, you dipped off, you treated him like shit, came in playing a role, you wanted to be the boss. So even when it comes to that, it depends on the situation. But nah, if she became a widow, that ain't got nothing to do with being. She didn't choose single motherism. God made that choice to tell the husband he had to go. So nah, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the ones, you know what I'm talking about, y'all. Them baby mama tales I speak on. Alienate, have a kid with you just because you got that bag. Them the ones I'm talking about. The ones who holiday strong and independent, but knowing damn well that you ran the man out the picture and nobody wants your funky ass. Them the ones I talk about. That's why I say I can't say all single mothers are baby mama terrorists, or all black women are baby mama terrorists, all white women baby mama terrorists, but the majority are. Our society shows that. Our stats shows that. That's why I definitely give shout outs to single mothers who call this shit out, who say, hell nah, this ain't cool. Fuck you. I went through. I fucked up. So I want y'all to see something. I show y'all this often, but I gotta do it because there'll be new people coming in here, and I want this to be in your head to the point where you remember what the stats are. When it comes to lack of fathers, whether the father in the home or not in the home or just not involved, I gotta let y'all see this again. I'm gonna put this in y'all head until y'all understand this. People who bragging about single motherism, it ain't nothing to brag about. Even a single father, it ain't nothing to brag about. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about the single motherisms. These baby mama terrorists who choose single mother, they say strong and independent, but yet you getting everybody's handouts and you trying to get somebody else to be a simp sucker. Shout out to Abdul for the $10. And they said rears are crazy. You can do everything for your seed, and the court coaches the baby mama terrorists to put you on paper that you did nothing. Yeah, they do. The lawyers do it. The judges try to indirectly do it. Yeah. Send a paper trail like Western Union. Shout out to you. Wrong one. Yeah. See, shout out to Abdul. So yeah, that's facts. But I want to show y'all something that lack of fathers. And this is why I tell y'all fathers are very important. Stop believing that fathers are not important because your mama says so, or your grandma says so, or because some politician says so, or because your punk ass sister says so. Fathers are very important. Don't ever think that fathers are not important. Just because you had a piece of shit father, don't mean that everybody else got a piece of shit father. You know what I'm saying? So here's the stats when it comes to lack of fathers. When it comes to lack of fathers, why these motherfuckers hollering strong and independent, 63% of youth suicides come from fatherless homes. Make this bigger. I'm going to say it again. 63% of youth, and this is white, black, blue, green. This ain't just black community, because they quick say, that ain't true. See, I talk as a whole. 63% of youth suicide are from fatherless home. This is from the U.S. Department of Health. 5 times the average. 90% of all homeless, 90% of all homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. 32 times the average. 85% of all children who show behavior disorders come from fatherless homes. 20 times the average. This is from the CDC. Now, how many of you fathers get a phone call from the baby mama terrorist? Now, you've been alienated for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Your son 15, 16, 17, maybe 18, and she tell you, hey, he's not listening to me. He's cussing me out. You need to come over here and do something about it. How many of y'all can relate to that? Am I lying, y'all? Am I lying? They call you 10 years later, and you've been fighting, pleading, going back to court, spending money, and yet she say, fuck you, but then when he almost 18 and child support finna run out, now all of a sudden he's being bad. He's cussing me out. He's not going to school. He on the street gang banging, doing all this shit because that check ran out. That's what a baby mama terrorist is, who choose single motherism. Now, %80 of rapists with anger problems come from fatherless homes. 14 times the average. This is from the Justice and Behavior, value 14 pages, 403 to 426. Now check this out. 80% of rapists come from fatherless homes. Now I know a lot of y'all says, no, that's bullshit. How? When y'all on Instagram, who do y'all see filming or taking pictures when that little boy is smacking some grown woman ass, twerking on Instagram? Is it the father filming it? Nope. It's the motherfucking mother. Or who is the one twerking in front of the child? A lot of times it's the baby mama terrorist mother. These baby mama terrorist mothers will introduce the boy or the girl to sex at an early age. That's why these children out here hoe hopping, having unwanted pregnancies, teen pregnancies, and stuff like that. And these young men are out here having sex. They violent, they're abusive, sexual assault, and everything else. They don't come from, most of them don't come from no two-parent household. Most of them don't even come from single fathers. Most of them come from these baby mama terrorists. And you wonder why I say the black community is fucked up to this day. Now you got these baby mama terrorists having their son ride stripper poles and shit. Y'all sit back and say, no, that's because of the father. You can't make this shit up. 80%. Now, 71% of all high school dropouts come from fatherless homes. 9 times the average. That's from the National Principals Association report. Now let's talk about the father factor in education. Let's talk about the father factor. Fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school. Fatherless children are twice as likely to drop out of school. Fatherless children. This ain't saying the father not in the house. Fatherless children, meaning the father's not involved at all. Whether if he's alienated, whether if she ran him out the picture, whether he only got 1 day out the month, whether he was maybe a piece of shit and he say, I ain't going to be a father. Children with fathers who are involved are 40% less likely to repeat a grade in school. 40% less likely to repeat a grade in school when the father is involved. Check this out. Children with fathers who are involved are 70% less likely to drop out of school. 70% less likely. But these baby mama Teds want to tell you, I'm strong and independent, but your son is dropping out of school in the sophomore year. He say, fuck school. He ready to go out there and fuck around the streets or whatever the fuck you want to do. But y'all still be on fleek and holler. You strong and independent. You can't make this shit up. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to get A's in school. Children with fathers who are involved are more likely to enjoy school and engage in extracurricular activities. Most of these baby mama Teds put children in extracurricular activities because they don't want to bother with them. So what they do when they get out of school, they let them go do whatever the fuck, whether it's band, whether it's racetrack and shit like that. They're not doing it to give them something to do. They do it because they want to keep doing what they got to do, whether they're trying to get a degree, whether they're trying to hang with that married nigga, whether they're trying to sit back on their ass and don't be involved and blame the school if they fuck up. I mean, I'm just telling you, a lot of this shit is because it's for the wrong reason. They choose single motherism. You can't make this shit up. Now, 75% of all adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. 10 times the average. 75% of adolescent patients in chemical abuse centers come from fatherless homes. 10 times the average. Shout out to Abdul for the $5 donation. They said 9 out of 10 black women I've been with the grape and single mom home. Shit. Shout out to you, brother. Let's talk about the father factor in drug and alcohol abuse. Researchers at Columbia University found that children living in a 2-parent household with a poor relationship with their father are 68% more likely to drink, smoke, or use drugs compared to all teens in a 2-parent household. Meaning, like, okay, the father's in there, but he ain't doing nothing. He just sitting on the couch. 68% more likely to smoke, drink, or use drugs compared to all teens in 2-parent households. Teens in single mother households, though, are at a 30% higher risk than those in the 2-parent household. So if the 2-parent household with a poor relationship with the father is 68%, and they saying that teens in a single mother household is at 30% higher than the 2-parent house. So look, 68% plus 30% comes to what? 98 fucking percent. You can't make this shit up. So even that piece of shit dad that's sitting there doing nothing is a better factor than the motherfucker that's hollering strong and independent. You can't make this shit up. So that nigga that's living in that household, a drunk, a drug addict, but he's there with the mama, and it's 68% that the child's likely to smoke, drink, use drugs, and all that bullshit. But under the single mother household, you add another 30%. But I'm gonna let Denzel speak on the behalf of Malcolm X on that one.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
But all these years they've been telling y'all that father's not important. You don't need no man, and you don't need no father. you could do bad all by yourself ass niggas. And who the fuck told you that a father was important? You black dudes ain't shit. You dusties and deadbeats. Y'all ain't worth a damn. But yet you have kids with the motherfucker. So that's why I tell y'all, that's why they don't like me. Because the truth is what it is. This has been out here for a long time, y'all. But we ain't about to research it. We just entertain what our mama said, what the media said, what Obama said, what Black Lives Matter and everybody else said. And we just believe that that shit was true because of what somebody else said. When you start doing your research, then you start seeing who really is a better fit between the mom and the dad, because the stats even show that mothers are more abusive, they're more neglectful, and they cause most child fatalities, but they give custody to these motherfucking bastards. You can't make this shit up.
Biatch!
Not at all. So now, you telling me that it's good to have a drunk ass dad in your house with your mama than being on a single mother? That's fucked up. That's some shit right there. You supposed to be strong and independent, right? Yeah, all right. 70% of youth in state-operated institutions come from fatherless homes, 9 times the average. This is from the U.S. Department of Justice in September 1988. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to find something that's up in like 2019 or something like that. I guarantee you it's gonna be more than this 70%. Now this was going on in 1988, so you can imagine what it is in 2021. State-operated institutions come from fatherless home, 9 times the average. Now check this out: 85% of all youth in prison come from fatherless homes. 20 times the average. This from Fulton County, Georgia, and Texas Department of Correction. So that's just 2 states or 2 counties. But I imagine if you look that shit up in Illinois and Michigan and everybody else, they're gonna say that the same amount of youth, or probably more, come from fatherless homes. Now check this out: father factor in incarceration. Oh yeah, we're gonna cook today. Even after controlling for income, youth in father absent households still has significantly higher odds of incarceration than those in mother-father families. Youth who never had a father in the household experienced the highest odds. A 2002 Department of Justice survey of 7,000 inmates revealed that 39% of jail inmates lived in mother-only household. Let me highlight that, because I'm a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. You know, I don't know what I'm talking about. So 39% of the jail inmates lived with their mother by themselves in the household. And that was back in 2002. Oh, you can imagine what it is in 2021. Approximately 46% of jail inmates in 2002 had a previously incarcerated family member. That's fucked up. 1/5 experienced a father in prison or in jail. So 46% of jail inmates in 2002 had a previously incarcerated family member. 1/5 experienced a father in prison or in jail. Father factor in crime. A study of 109 juvenile offenders indicated that family structure significantly predicts delinquency. Adolescents, particularly boys, I wonder why the boys, in single parent families were at higher risk of status, property, and personal delinquencies. Moreover, students attending schools with a high proportion of children and single parents are also at risk. A study of 13,986 women in prison showed that more than half grew up without their father. So 13,986 women in prison show they grew up without a father. This is why you got a lot of these Cynthia G's out here. And I ain't talking about them going to jail, but this is why they have the mindset of destroy black men, abort all black male babies and shit like this. That's why I say y'all need to learn from who's talking. Learn the source. See, again, don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. You don't have to wear no motherfucking suit to prove your point. You don't have to wear no motherfucking suit to prove that you know some shit. You ain't got to wear no motherfucking suit to prove that this system is fucked up and unjustly. Just be you, as is. Yeah, see, they don't like this shit. See, they don't talk about this. They just tell you all men ain't shit and black men ain't shit and I'm feminist and I can do bad by myself and I don't need no father. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let Denzel speak for Malcolm X again because it's gonna be quite a bit of that on that.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
42% grew up in single mother household and 16% live with neither parent. Now, I like this one. I don't like it, but I do like this because you motherfuckers want to sit back and say fathers or men are the most abusive and men are deadbeats and men abuse kids and shit like that. We the face of that shit. Let's talk about the father factor in child abuse. Compared to living with both parents, living in a single parent home doubles the risk that a child will suffer physical, emotional, or educational neglect. Oh, you don't say. The overall rate of child abuse and neglect in a single parent household is 27.3 per child, per 1,000, whereas the rate of overall maltreatment in a two-parent household is 15.5 per 1,000. Now, y'all see the stats when I said who caused the most abuse, neglect, and fatalities, especially when it comes to the mother and the boyfriend versus the father and the girlfriend. It's only 37,000. But with the boyfriend and the mother, it's 220,000. You can't make this shit up. It's a big jump. Daughters of a single parent without a father involved. Look, without a father involved. They don't mean he's living in the house. Don't mean he's not living in the house. They talking about he's not involved at all. Are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers. Daughters of single parents without a father involved are 53% more likely to marry as teenagers. You want to know why? Because these baby mama Terry's mother will actually sign that shit and say, yeah, go on and marry her. Get out of my way because I ain't shit. Maybe you'll do something. Maybe you could be a father figure because the father I had, I ran off. But now check this out. Check this out. 711% more likely to have children as teenagers. 164% more likely to have premarital birth. Premarital birth. That means have children out of wedlock. And 92% more likely to get divorced themselves. I'm going to read that whole thing again. Daughters of single parents without a father involved are 53, over half, more likely to marry as teenagers, 711% more likely to have children as teenagers, and 164% more likely to have premarital birth, and 92% more likely to get divorced themselves. You don't say. Look at the statistic now with the underage pregnancies and all these divorce rates that's going on. But y'all tell motherfuckers, hey, do it the right way and get married. You can't make this shit up. Adolescent girls raised in a two-parent home with involved fathers are significantly less likely to be sexually active than girls raised without involved fathers. And they say the father had to live in the house, that being involved. 43% of U.S. children live without their father. That's from the U.S. Department of Census. 90% of homeless and runaway children are from fatherless homes. That's from the U.S. DHHS Bureau Census. This is a repeat. It's a repeat. Yeah, it's all a repeat. Yeah, it's repeat. That's a repeat. So y'all saw that shit. Fatherless generations. See, I'm telling y'all, stop believing the bullshit that men are not important, fathers not important. These single mothers are strong and independent because most of them are a piece of shit baby mama terrorists who chose single motherism. And realize that they've been lying to you. A lot of y'all brothers realize that your father was actually trying to be a father, but was not allowed to be a father, or he was alienated out the picture. They told you that he didn't want to do shit. He didn't pay child support, and he come with all the receipts, the court papers, and shit like that. Now, I ain't talking about the select few guys who actually did run and abandon y'all and ain't want to do shit. I ain't talking about those. Fuck them niggas. I'm talking about the ones who who's fighting the fight and losing the battle, and the baby mama Ted's manipulating you and setting him up for self-destruction and everything else. So this is why I tell y'all, when the motherfucker be talking about strong and independent, that just means they want to cover being a baby mama Ted's who chose single motherism. Because like I said, if a single mother was a real mother, they'll tell you, hey, yeah, it didn't work out. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I hold my own. You can meet the father. You know what I mean? You can see for yourself. But when you got a motherfucker that's talking shit about him, calling him all types of names, shit like that, she's just not over the motherfucker. Don't believe that shit. She's not over him. Yeah, it's a cover up. Strong and independent is a cover up. Your action shows that you strong and independent. You run around hollering strong and independent and got your baby on the side trying to get 900 views and shit and likes and shit on Instagram don't mean a goddamn thing to me. See, so that makes me come to this video with Hazel Goddess because, like I said, she's telling y'all, excuse me, she's telling y'all, hey, don't get married. I mean, get married before you carry. And again,
Why?
This video is not about telling y'all, hey, get married. What it's telling you is for the mothers, having children out of wedlock and having kids with just any motherfucker ain't gonna work. You know what I mean? If you're gonna do it, wait till you get married. Do it the traditional way. I know it's too late for a lot of us. But we want to teach our future to not go down that same rabbit hole. So I had to give a shout out to her for that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. She sound like Michelle A with the voice. She got that Michelle A ass voice. So, but we definitely still need to hear her speak up peace because a lot of women who are single mothers are not gonna say shit. You know what I mean? They're gonna use that strong and independent as a cover up. That's why I say I respect women like that who will at least speak the truth. Say, hey man, it ain't what you think. This ain't nothing that I wish on no one. I'm gonna teach my son not to be involved in something like that. I'm gonna teach my daughter not to give up her goodies, because somebody run a game or whatever. You know what I mean? Or get tricked. So I definitely want y'all to get a clear understanding on how real this shit is. Stop believing that single motherism is strong and independent. Now, it's survivors. It's some that did make it through the cracks, but them the ones who will say, hey, nah, I don't wish that nobody wasn't cool. I had to do this and I had to do that. I had no help. You know what I mean? That's the important part. And you know how I feel about that. Whoever it come from, I don't care. Let my man speak.
Truth is what it is.
Choose what the fuck it is. Everybody's over here. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And y'all definitely help me get upgrade on my couch. Yeah, betting is super important if that's what you're trying to do, man. Silver said, I remember she was very sweet in high school. Sad somebody took her for granted. Yeah, it can happen that way. That's what I'm saying. It could be a woman who is a good girl and was raised right, but somebody ran that game and she thought they had a relationship. He like, shit, I'm gone about my business. Yeah, a real pump and dump ass dude. So that's why I say, but sometimes we gotta learn the hard way. A lot of us learn the hard way. You know what I mean? Doing it the right way, we learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Doing it oopsie, we learn the hard way. Being in a long-term relationship, thinking she's the right one, and we learn the hard way. But at the same time, we out here telling others, hey, don't fall in this predicament because this will happen to you. The laws ain't set for you. So worry about yourself and do what you got to do. Yes, it is a choice. And we all have to accept accountability for our choices when it's all said and done. I agree to the fullest. So this is Hazel Goddess, and we're going to hear her speak up peace. And like I said, remember them stats that I posted up there for everybody's talking about, strong and independent, and I don't need no man. I can do better all by my damn self. Yeah, okay, maybe you, but the rest of the shit is fucked up. Shout out to Miss Parker. What's going on? Let's get this thing started.
Why I feel you should wait till marriage to have kids. Obviously, I am a mom of two from two separate relationships, and although I was engaged to both men, I was never married. So yes, I have been, a single mom, baby mama, whatever you want to call it. I like to call myself a mom. I don't like to refer to myself as a baby mama unless like I'm being jokey or whatever. But yeah, I did not wait till marriage to have kids. And with me doing that, I have my kids are going to be 7 this year, and my youngest just turned 4. So I'm going to have a 7 and 4-year-old. And I've learned a lot, y'all. I've learned a lot. So, yeah, I have told you guys in my single mom or why I'm a single mom video that marriage was not talked about in my household growing up. I was not raised to wait to have sex till marriage, wait to have a baby until marriage, marriage just wasn't even talked about. I'm not going to say everybody, but majority of everybody, probably like freaking 95% of the women in my family are single moms.
I want y'all to hear that again. She said she was never taught about being abstinence. She wasn't taught to get married before you carried. She said 95% of her family that are women are single mothers. You know what I'm saying? Omega say her honesty is relatable. See, I told you she got the Miss Chalet voice. I can't do nothing about it. Y'all gonna hear this. Y'all gonna hear this shit. I don't care. Y'all gotta hear it. Shit. We all gotta suffer, but we're gonna hear it. But I'm saying, yeah, she's keeping it real. I want y'all to understand a lot of reasons why the trauma continues, because I call it trauma. The reason why the generational curse continues because they're raised that way. They're not taught nothing but, hey, my grandma survived with being a single mother, so I'm gonna do it. That's all I know. We don't need no man. Now, I ain't saying that they run around saying it, but 9 times out of 10, they are. They are. Shout out to Abdul for the $10 donation. They said, Mr. Palmer, I was speaking on you getting a violation and getting arrested. Speaking on you getting violation and getting arrested. Something like hoping the turnstile in your teens. All that stuff can affect your child support. Get a lawyer, guys. Yeah, that definitely can mess you up, man. If you behind your child support, yeah, you get a violation, you get arrested, it can mess you up credit wise. You lose your livelihood, your license, you can't get a passport. So many different factors when it comes to that. So yeah, that's why it's better to try to fight if you can, and just make sure you have money. So if you fall behind, you won't fall so far. Shout out to my man Abdul. You know what I'm saying? Lolita said abuse, Mr. Palmer. Yeah, it's abuse for all I'm concerned. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to hear that again, because that's real. Because the average baby mama Terrence, he'll say, shit, my mama was a damn good mama. Well, where your daddy? Fuck him. She got rid of him. What? So, yeah. Hey, y'all better donate on this motherfucker, man. I'm coming with some real shit, man. I'm trying to upgrade this couch, man, and get leather. Let's continue, y'all. Subscribe to the channel.
Which was not talked about in my household.
Let me wind
growing up. Yeah, I have told you guys in my single mom or why I'm a single mom video that marriage was not talked about in my household growing up. I was not raised to wait to have sex till marriage, wait to have a baby until marriage, marriage just wasn't even talked about. I'm not going to say everybody, but majority of everybody, probably like freaking 95% of the women in my family are single moms, baby mamas, got baby daddy drama, got multiple kids with multiple men, etc., have never been married. And I'm not saying that to bash any of them. I'm just saying it because it's facts.
I gotta say this again. There's no such thing as bashing when you're speaking the truth. Stop explaining that you're not trying to bash nobody and all that jive because you're speaking the truth. Bashing is not considered calling out truth. Bashing is a physical harm for a certain type of people, race, gender, whatever. That's bashing, and it's physical. So as long as you're speaking the truth, it ain't bashing. But you heard what she said. Shit, they had baby daddy issues. They had multiple men. They wasn't never married. They choose single motherism. You know what I'm saying? So, again, a lot of reasons why you see what y'all see out here in the community and outside of community because they're raised that way. A lot of your baby mama terrorists were raised that way. You might didn't realize that till after the fact, of course, but a lot of them are raised that way. You know what I'm saying? And you got some that come from a 2-parent household and they still raised that way. How? Because the father was the one who was wearing the panties. He wasn't wearing the pants in the house. He was not the lead. So since the wife ain't respect him, the daughter don't respect him either. Shout out to Myra for the $5 donation. She said, "You've been cooking all week, Mr. Palmer. I appreciate you, my brother." I'm trying, man. I'm just trying to speak the truth. So don't never be shamed because you telling the truth. Yeah. Shout out to XL Pro and my man Logan.
Truth is what it is.
So when somebody say you bashing, man, fuck them. Because you ain't bashing a damn thing if you calling out the truth. Just say you don't like and you can't handle it. I'd rather you do the victim card. How'd that go?
How dare you do this to me? How do you live with yourself?
So yeah, let's continue.
And with me not being taught about marriage and it not being something that was ever in my mind, obviously it was just never a goal of mine. Of course, you see movies and you see all type of stuff about marriage from the outside, but people typically do what they see from people that are close to them. I don't feel like people typically will copy and try to live life based on a TV show. They're probably going to live life based on their family, their friends, whoever they're close to. That's just how things work. And so since marriage was never a goal of mine, I went into relationships and I got into bad relationships that just didn't serve me. And I ended up having kids with these men. And, just looking back, I do wish that marriage was something that was on my mind. I wish that I learned more about, how to be courted, what to look for in a man, how to go about relationships, how long you should date, like all this type of stuff. I'm
glad she's saying this because a lot of people come out and tell you, what the fuck you doing all that for? Oh, you must be a pick-me. You just weak. You hate black, you hate your own kind, you hate black women too. So, I mean, even she said, I wish I was able to know about vetting, marriage, doing it the right way, but she wasn't taught. She wasn't around nobody to teach her. This is why I tell y'all a lot of women, and I'm not women, a lot of baby mama terrorists have children for the wrong reasons. And it's never about love, teaching, nurture, build a legacy and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So when they sit back and make excuses, talking about I didn't do nothing, it ain't my fault, that is with it and all that. No, that's just somebody that's in denial. They run it from accountability. And shout out to C Reef. He like, yeah, salute to her. Accountability, facts. That's them the ones I respect. Me ain't take accountability all the fucking time. Even if we don't want to, we got to take accountability. But they can't do that. They're allergic to that. Shit. Shout out to Abdul for the $2 donation. He said, you can't say she isn't a little pretty. Hit it quick. Shout out to you, my brother. No, she ain't ugly. Shout out to Black Trunks for the $1.99. He said Gen Z and millennial women don't want or value the ring. Shout out to you. Yeah. What up, Aaron? So I mean, well, hey, bro self say how much you want to bet she got a strag cousin or friend. She just said that a lot of her family got multiple men and baby daddy issues and stuff like that. Shit, it ain't just a cousin. So I mean that's what I'm saying. But I'm glad she called that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Silver just said something. Silver say, from what I can remember, trust me when I say this, she got a calm soul. I stayed away from her and girls like that because the game was too easy. I still had a soul in my player days. LMAO. You stupid. All right, let's continue.
In my brain, I really just thought like you like someone, you get with them, you have a baby. That's what I thought. You have a baby, you live together. I literally thought it was that simple. At 19, being young and naive, you have a baby. You know,
I want y'all to hear this again, what she said and what she thought. And again, the reason why she thought this because what she was around. That's what she was around. And I'm gonna let Denzel speak for Malcolm X on her behalf.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Shout out to Abdul for the $3. They said they want the ring after 5 kids by 6 different guys. You better me because I say they be having 5 kids by 8 different guys. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, my brother. See, like I said, and here's the thing, yeah, it's from the reflection of her environment. But these motherfuckers come out, especially in the black community, they sit back and tell you that, hey, I can do better all by myself. Eyes are good. We don't need him, but you're getting child support, Section 8, link cards, vouchers, and everything else. Anything but a job. You can't make this shit up. I want you to understand that she really thought that, we in a relationship, hey, we have a kid and we together. You don't have to be in a relationship to have a child and raise that child. See, a lot of people thought that. You know what I'm saying? Let's hear it again.
In my brain, I really just thought like you like someone, you get with them, you have a baby. That's what I thought. You have a baby, you live together. I literally thought it was that simple. At 19, being young and naive. And obviously, that was the wrong way to go because I have gotten myself into situations and I have kids out of results of that. But the reason why, at this point, I'm about to be 27, feel like you should wait till marriage to have kids. And I want to make a point that I'm not coming at this from a religious background or aspect. Yeah, because I'm not a religious person at all. This is just based off of my experience. But I feel like you should wait because having a child is such a commitment, you guys. It's such a lifelong commitment to have a kid with another human being that you are going to be attached to for the rest of your life. Regardless if your kids are grown and out the house, you still share this child with the other person. So you're always going to be connected to them. And you want to be connected to the right person, okay? Now, I am very well aware that marriage does not guarantee anything. I know there are plenty of single moms who were married and got divorced. And, life happens. But I feel like if you think that way, then nothing in life is ever going to be successful for you if you always think, well, it didn't work out for this person. It didn't work out for this person. I feel like you're always going to just have a negative mindset on things. But
I agree. And also the furthermore, they just ignorant. Y'all know about ignorant.
I'm not being ignorant.
Make excuses. I gotta go back to the bullshit. I'm strong and independent and I can do bad all by myself and I don't need no man. No, the reason why they said because don't no man want them. Somebody with some sense. See, that's what it be about. somebody they got some sense. Don't want to deal with no low life baby mama terrorists with an attitude They ain't worth shit. They ain't got shit. They ain't trying to do shit. They want to live off you and everything else. So I'm just saying. So she has a point. A lot of people would be in denial, say, nah, why would you want to do that? And call you pick-me's and shit like that. See, we need more women to call out the bullshit and the dumb shit, because you already know if we talk about it, we haters. See, we just male supremacists and the FBI watching and all this shit. Yeah, better call Saul. So yeah, so which I told you I don't give a fuck what they think. I'm gonna keep calling this shit out. But you hear from one of your constituents.
But I think about me, and if I were to wait, if I had the mindset of waiting until marriage to have a baby with someone, I know for a fact I wouldn't have my kids with who I have them with. And I also don't think I would have been in those relationships as long as I was. Now, granted, I was only in both relationships for 2 years. I know it wouldn't have even lasted half of that, because one of the main reasons why we even lasted that long was because I had these babies. When you have a kid, you're more likely to try to make things work, even when you know that they're not going to work and this person is not for you, solely for the sake of the kid and for the family. Women are 9 times out of 10, and some men too, but I'm going to speak more on women because I'm a woman.
She said that 9 times out of 10 women will stay around for the child. Cap. More men stay in relationships because of the child. It's not the other way around. I'm gonna tell you why. If that was the case, then 73 or 72% of women won't be filing these no-fault divorces. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. See, most men stay in these long-term relationships, unhappy, fucked up, miserable, because they want to be a father. And a lot of them know, if I leave, I know I'm gonna be going through this child support shit. No man want to go through the child support. See, a woman knows that whether she stay or go, she's good regardless, because she got a safe haven with government daddy. And she used that child as a pawn, weapon, shields, rocket launcher, and everything like that. So no, it's not that 9 times out of 10 women will stay for the child. No, it's 9 times out of 10 the man is gonna stay because of the child. How many of you brothers in here stayed longer than you did only because of the child? Put in the ones who can relate to that. I can relate to that. Here's another one. You stayed because your mom said so. She said, be there for the child. My mother told me, don't leave because something ain't right. Be there for the child. Don't worry about the relationship. You're right, mama. And my mom was a good mama. She was a good mother. She wasn't no baby mama tears. She told me to be there for the kids because she knew, she said, if I leave, it ain't going to be right. It's a lot of ones here. Even Mika put in a one. So don't believe that it's women that stay because of the child. Men stay because of the child. And it might be other factors. Y'all might got a business together. Maybe if she puts you on child support, she's gonna get you. Whatever reason, a lot of men stay longer because of the child, not the other way around. Not no 9 times out of 10, none of that. I'm just saying. So that one, cap. So we keeping it real now. We keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to C Square, man, for the $1.99. Appreciate you, my brother. See, that is the truth. Because if we had the same rights as these women, we'd have been left. If we know that if we go in this court system is equal parenting and it's about what's right and it's about really the best interest of the child, we would have been gone. We would have been gone. But I told y'all, peace of mind is good. I don't recommend nobody to stay somewhere where they're not getting peace, where they're not happy. I get the kids, but believe me, I can tell you from hands on, it ain't even worth it. You stay there and you do it the right way. You try to maintain and stay. Y'all go through the divorce or the failed relationship, child manipulated, want to set you up a failure to aid assist the baby mama terrorists. The baby mama terrorists want to lie, stay in your name. It's like you should have been gone. You doing it for your mama. You doing it for your dad. You doing it because, hey, my kids or whatever. And yeah, you still getting set up for failure after the fact. So like I said, you can't make this shit up. Let me let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X on that one.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
I told y'all, you can be rich. If you ain't got a peace of mind, you ain't got nothing. Ask Will Simp. So let's continue with that. But I disagree 100%. That ain't true. The woman can leave whenever time she want to and still get the kid. And she ain't doing it for the kid. Most of the motherfuckers doing it because either, hey, honestly, they really love the guy, or, you know what I'm saying, she went on a further end game. Yeah, 10 years. And after 10 years, man, I get alimony. Let's continue.
We'll stay with a man who treats us bad, and we know like he's not gonna change. He hasn't made any steps to changing, because we want our child to have their father. We want their father to be in the home. We want this picture perfect. Well, not perfect, but we want this family. You know, we didn't have this kid to just take care of him by herself. Like, I don't feel like, or maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like most women have babies to be single moms.
Oh, I like this one. I love this one. I love this one.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Hey, all I gotta say, the beginning of the video when I showed y'all the stats and all that shit, that's one thing. But let me tell y'all about that one. See, when it comes to these baby mama terrorists choose single motherism. And when people say, well, how do you figure that a mother will have a kid just to be a single mom? Let me tell y'all, anytime you go to that courtroom and you ask for sole custody, not because the man is abusive, not because he tried to kill the baby and all this stuff, you do it because of a fair relationship. So you want primary custody or you want sole custody, you choose single motherism. You have a child with a guy because he got a lot of money, you choose single motherism. You have a child to get government benefits, you choose single motherism. You alienate the child from the father, you choose single motherism. And there's so many other factors. So, yes, these baby mama terrorists choose single motherism. Most single mothers are baby mama terrorists. Most single mothers choose to be single mothers. Even these motherfuckers that get married and get divorced choose single motherism. But don't take my word for it. don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. But like I said, kiss my Asperger's. She said, I think it's single motherhood. Well, listen, single motherhood is different from single motherism or single mothers. See, somebody is that single motherhood is to me a woman, you know, she became a widow and, you know, she did have a piece of shit dude and he planned to have a child, but he decided to run off to the sunset. And she said, well, you know what? Let me do what I got to do as a mother, what you supposed to. And yeah, that's single motherhood. But when you're dealing with a piece of shit ass mother who's not a mother, hell, she's not even a woman, she's a devil, and she want to alienate the man out of the picture because of a failed relationship or divorce, and you want to manipulate the child to hate the father, you want the government to help ransack his livelihood and shit like that, stain his name and defamation of character and all this shit. Those are the ones that choose single mothers. So that's why I say that when she say don't no woman choose to be single mothers, that's a lie. That is a lie. You know, stat shows and everything else. These videos shows it and everything else. This is why I tell y'all men to take heed of what you hear and move around. This video and other videos that I post is not about trying to shame women to change their ways, to shame them to be traditional women, shame them to be a wife and be submissive. Nope. What is this for? Is for you to see things what it is and wash your hands, move on, and be focused on you and yours. That's it. And shout out to Kiss My Aspergers. She said, "Okay, thank you for clarifying, Mr. Palmer." See, that's how adults talk. She thought one thing. I clarified. She said, "Oh, I understand." That's what we do. That's what we do over here. So, shout out to you, because I want you sisters to understand this is not about all women. Because a woman and a baby mama tear is two different individuals. I say this shit over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? But a baby mama terrorist, that's a devil son-in-law. That would never be a human being at all. They love Sky Daddy. They worship Government Daddy. They worship sympathy forces. They use sympathy forces to destroy men and women and anybody that's for the man. So when it comes to don't nobody in their right mind would choose be a single mother, that's false. So but let's continue. Yeah, shout out to Kiss My Aspergers or Asperger. Shout out to you.
We go into it thinking we're really gonna be with this person. We're really gonna make things work. And a lot of times it just does not happen that way. Okay, I'm getting off track now, but basically, I know that in both relationships, if I would have had marriage in my mind, as my goal, no babies until marriage, we wouldn't have even lasted long.
She's right. And I'm gonna tell you why. When I was coming up in high school, and most guys, and that was in the 90s, most guys who was dealing with a woman, if she was a virgin, either they cheated on her or they went on to just cut off because they like, if I can't get done, then I want to be with you. So truthfully, yeah, when you a virgin, most guys ain't finna wait around. So she's telling the truth on that. If most guys is like, no, I ain't finna be sitting back jagging off and not getting mine, and I go over get old girl who easy or whatever. That's the truth. That's the truth. Yeah, Pookie or Ray, whatever you want to call her, would be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want her because she taking too long. I ain't waiting no 3 years. I ain't waiting till we married. I ain't waiting till I'm 25. I might never get married, so I'm not gonna wait on that. So yeah, it would have been easily eliminating a lot of dudes that's trying to come at her, especially if she be like virgin. Either he gonna dip off and cheat, or he gonna say, I don't want that shit. Or make her say, nah. You know what I mean? So she got a point there. She got a point there. Ain't no she got two children, 2 kids, 2 different fathers. But she's telling the truth. If she would have known what she knows now, she would be waiting, and a lot of people would have been coming in. They'd be like, oh no, I ain't dealing with this. Someone would have pretend like they was in a relationship, hoping that they'll get it in 6 months. And if it wouldn't happen, they would have, man, fuck this, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? So let's continue.
I could have walked away baby free, because I would have seen those red flags, and there would be nothing stopping me from leaving. There wouldn't be this beautiful child that I just popped out of my, you know what, it was pregnant for freaking 9-10 months. That is kind of like, well, maybe it could work out. Well, maybe you just got to keep giving them chances, Oh, he's just so, when he holds the baby, it's just so beautiful, like all those things pop into your mind. So that's why I'm just like, no babies unless you're married. I don't care if you have a ring, because I had a ring with both of the men that I had kids with. And the thing about that, I don't think the men who proposed to me because they wanted to. I think they did it because they felt obligated to, because I'm pregnant now. I have this baby.
How many of you brothers? How many of you? Well, you know what? Let me go back before I ask y'all this question. Now, she said that earlier, she said most women 9 times out of 10 stay there in a relationship or in the marriage, or we'll say relationship because we won't be talking about marriage, but stay longer for the child. And I told y'all that it's the men who stay longer for the child. But I want y'all to hear what she just said. She said both of her baby's fathers gave her a ring, and she just said, I think they did it because they felt they was obligated. Ain't that an example of men staying in a relationship because of the child? But see, I'm a dumbass motherfucker, right? Let's hear that again, because maybe I can't hear too good.
I'm just like, no babies unless you're married. I don't care if you have a ring, because I had a ring with both of the men that I had kids with. And the thing about that, I don't think the men who proposed to me because they wanted to. I think they did it because they felt obligated to, because I'm pregnant now. I have this baby. And while I do think, that's kind of a nice gesture to do.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. This is why I told y'all most men stay in relationships longer or even marriages because they have a child. They don't want to be separated from that child. She just proved my point. She even admitted that they didn't do that because they wanted to be with me. They did it because they felt it was obligation. How many of y'all mothers told y'all, hey man, you got that girl pregnant, you need to marry her, do it the right way? Because they look at it as having kids out of wedlock as he's a bastard or she will be a bastard. You know what I mean? So get married before she had that baby. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm telling y'all, that don't believe that women stay because of the child. I ain't saying all women don't stay, because you got some women that do stay around because you want the man to have a father, but for the most part, men stay because of that child. Shout out to my man Reese from over east for the $7.99 cash app. Appreciate you, my brother. So I'm just telling y'all the truth is what it is. Okay, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brother Reality for the $10 donation. Said she's taking accountability. No Christmas Eve for her. Shout out to my brother. Yeah. That's why I say shout out to her for taking accountability, telling others, don't do the damn thing. Don't do this shit. Now, unfortunately, in this day and age, it's gonna be very hard to find a man that's gonna marry you and chance the bullshit. So and do it the right way. Because this system is designed to set men up for failure of all races. So it's gonna be very hard. But I definitely appreciate her calling this shit out instead of saying, yeah, I'm strong and independent. So shout out to Brother Reality. You telling the truth. Ain't no Christmas Eve for her. Y'all know who Christmas Eve is. My boy Clifford Burrs. Yeah. I will do this though.
You get in water? I can't fucking believe you. How could you do this to me for him?
So Silver say, please play My Girl Don't Believe It's Real. It's damn real. So look, for the please hit the like button, please subscribe to the channel. For those who new to the channel, this channel talks about this unjust system when it comes to child support and these baby mama terrorists who have their fathers out the picture, and talk about these simple forces who believe that all women are queens, white, black, blue, or green. So definitely, I clipped that being simple shit. So so this is what it's about. In this story, we talking about her who's saying, hey, marry before you carry. And more mothers and more single mothers should definitely tell others, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
Like, you're not trying to make me this baby mama. You're trying to put a ring on my finger and marry me. I still think that's wrong to do it out of obligation and not to do it because you truly want to marry this woman. You want to spend the rest of your life with her. You want to be a good man and husband and father to her, or not father, husband to her and father to the kid. Y'all know what I mean.
And I'm gonna let you know, sister, I'm gonna tell you why most guys try to stay around, because now I don't know the exact ratio, but I'm gonna say most likely if he don't stay in a relationship, he knows 9 times out of 10 he gonna be set up for failure. How you gonna be set up for failure? Oh, alienation. Go to court, you ask for sole custody, primary custody, and he get every other weekend or once a week and shit. And don't let it be the ones who do that. He hit me, he hurt me, and he raped me and all that shit. Oh, now you talking about restraining order. He won't see his child for about maybe a year, going to court, and he's still paying child support to a motherfucking piece of shit. Yeah. See, this is why I got this channel so y'all can understand exactly what I'm talking about. That's why a lot of guys stay, because they know most likely the aftermath ain't gonna be a good look for them. You know, so let's continue.
So when it's out of obligation, like that's
her
not
voice,
gonna
man.
work. I don't want to, you know, now that I'm older and I look back, I don't want somebody to give me a ring because they feel obligated now that they knocked me up. I want you to know for a fact that you want to be with me forever. You want to love, honor, respect me, etc. So, you know, I think about that and I'm just like, but another thing about, you know, but like I said, having a baby is a huge commitment, and it's also just a huge honor to give a man the honor of you having his child, growing his child inside of you, birthing this child, raising this child together. That is such a huge honor, and I didn't realize how big of an honor it was until I went through the things that I went through. I'm just like, why did I give these men this honor?
The reason why you gave them this honor because you was raised by baby mama Terrence who chose single motherism. You was raised without men. You was raised without a lead in the house. You was raised with mothers who was with a bunch of niggas and had baby daddy issues, who had that mindset that, hey, strong and independent. That's why. And this is why I say it's very important that we change this generational curse, because all it's gonna do is trickle down throughout the years. This is why I say the black community is a wrap. This is why I say what I say. As long as you got this shit still going, and ain't nobody teaching and trying to change the narrative, it's gonna always be what it be. Shout out to MPI for the $2 donation. He said she didn't figure it out with baby number one. I guess not. Shout out to you, my brother. Let's continue, y'all. two bad receipts. Let's continue, man. and there's another thing. Yeah, just because you're engaged don't mean shit. You could be. I know guys who was engaged for 10 years because they ain't rushed to get married, so that don't mean nothing. So until you actually go down the go down the aisle and say I do and get that certificate or get that spiritual marriage, it don't mean nothing. That's a send off. Let's continue.
Why? They did not know. They shouldn't have gotten it at all. And, you know, it sucks when you have to learn this and realize this after the fact. But, you know, it's life. I'm not going to lie. It is something that I still deal with and struggle with and have to just accept, you know, that those were the decisions that I made with the knowledge that I had.
And this is why I tell y'all, even we take accountability, how we gave our seed to somebody who try to sabotage and destroy your children and destroy you and shit like that. So it goes both ways on that one, because I'm sure most of us can admit that we fucked up and gave our seed to someone who didn't deserve it, because a lot of us didn't realize how much power our seed really was, or our lack of discipline, or thirst, or I thought I had the right one, or she came being a fucking a wolf in sheep's clothing and shit like that. So I do understand that part. I do understand that. You know, even if you was in a long-term relationship, you know, you didn't know she was like this. And I always tell y'all, you know, these baby mama tears more after the fact when you leave or when you go through the bullshit, more you know her being with her in the same household. Shout out to DMV Nation, man, for the 1999. Appreciate you, my brother. Hope y'all got some good weather out there. Shit. So, I mean, I'm just saying that we can relate to. I understand that. I understand that. So we all have to take, but see this is what I'm saying. Most of us will take accountability. A lot of these baby mama tell you they're gonna take no accountability. They'll sit back and say, I don't know what you're talking about, it ain't my fault. So yeah, what up, Savage? Let's continue.
And now that I know better, because I'm a self-reflective person, and I feel like you can only grow when you self-reflect. I don't feel like there's growth without self-reflection, because how can you grow if you don't know what you're doing wrong? How can you grow when you don't know what the mistake is? And that takes you to self-reflect. It doesn't take anybody else. Y'all probably have that one family member, maybe several, but that one family member who everybody's always talking to, telling them, how they should get their life around, situated and turn their life around and do better and etc. And they still just keep messing up, keep doing things they shouldn't do.
And this is why I tell y'all that we as men, especially men and women, we have to change the laws in our mind, because no matter how many times that person is telling you right, hey, leave her alone, leave him alone, quit dealing with the bullshit, let it go, let it go, let it go. It takes you to have that mindset to say, you know what, I'm done. Because somebody else telling you gonna say, man, gone, I ain't trying to hear you, you jealous, you hating, you know what you're talking about, you old, that was your problem back then, it ain't me. We have to have the power to change the laws in our mind and stop accepting the bullshit that we accept because, okay, we got a kid together, or because we've been together for this long, and making exception. We got to stop making exception and do better. You know what I mean? Shout out to Delana. She said it is turning around. We are all here looking at the facts and circumstances and working to do better. That's what we have to do. And this is what I'm telling men, especially, we have to work to do better. I look at my situation as a sacrifice. And if Jesus, for those who Christian and spiritual, if Jesus can sacrifice his life for the better good, then I can sacrifice my situation for the better good. And I definitely want y'all to know this can happen to you. I don't want to see this happen to you brothers, you know what I'm saying, who do not have kids. And even the brothers who went through the situation, I don't want to see y'all go through that again. Who want to go through it twice, 3 times? You know, this is why I tell y'all, see things for what it is. Focus on yourself, better you, and live your life to the fullest, because you only live once. And call this shit out and spread the awareness, and also expose that baby mama terrorist. Shout out to Abdul for the $3. And they said never know a woman till after breakup and kids. Facts, 100%. If you and that woman broke up, y'all had no kids, ain't nothing to talk about. But since y'all got kids, you gotta try your best to be around to be a father and all that shit. But it gets to a certain point, man. If causing all this havoc and I'm getting sick and fucked up, and the judge tell me to go fuck myself, and what about child support? Then you got to make that executive decision. Wash your hands and move on. I'm just keeping it real. Shout out to brother Reality for the $5 donation. Said, I live in Dallas. Being a baby mama is a sport down here. Hashtag Christmas Eve. Boy, it ain't just Texas, brother, but I hear what you're saying. Shout out to you, my brother. It ain't just, it's all in the United States, fam. Yeah, it's her real voice. Shout out to Dr. Thunder for the $5 donation. They said, great message, bro. Shout out to you, Dr. Thunder. Please subscribe to Dr. Thunder. He's a scholar of the Black Manosphere. I like calling him a scholar, but he's a teacher out there at Ohio State University. He specifies in music and other things. He talks about the simp disorder as well. subscribe and shout out to Dr. Thunder. Yes, sir. Let's continue. y'all crazy.
It's because they have not self-reflected and seen for themselves. Not because you told them, the mama told them, daddy, sister, whatever. Because they told themselves, hey, you're doing this, which is causing this chaos in your life. You need to change this around so that can change up too. So, yeah. Growth without self-reflection is not growth. Okay, it doesn't exist. So I'm saying all of that to say that I've grown, I've self-reflected, I've realized where things went wrong, things I could have done differently, and instead of beating myself up, which I'm not gonna lie, I told you I'm still dealing with stuff, and sometimes I do still beat myself up, especially when I have like just bad days. Like I'll go into a deep thought about all the things I've done wrong, and I really need to get better at that. But
not talking about her. But a lot of these baby mama terrorists, they beat themselves all the time. That's why they abuse the child. That's why they neglect the child. That's why they cause harm on the child, manipulate the child, because they want to do anything to sabotage the father and anybody else around, the grandparents and shit like that, because misery loves company. But the reality is they really fucked up and they wish they didn't do what they did, but they can't change because these are the devil's son-in-law. I want to give a shout out to XL Pro for the $5 cash app. He said for the couch fund. Shout out to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, Allah ain't no father. Come on, man. Nah, Allah ain't no father. But so this is why a lot of these baby mama terrorists do what they do, because they hate themselves. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ramil, the Radical. Y'all subscribe to his other channel. Man, I played How We Roll in the beginning, bro. They love that How We Roll. They said something like a 90s joint with the old school summertime flavor. I told that's what we're gonna do the video in the summer. Yep, we got it. We got the Walmart coming out for the fall. We got the EP coming soon. So y'all tune in. We still making it happen, man. So shout out to Ramil, the Radical. He did a damn good stream today, man. All y'all motherfuckers is talking about, Future ain't a Pookie and all this shit. And he's cool and he's a high value man. And he just turned around and said Kevin Samuel was toxic. He didn't know who dude was, and he gonna if he'd known it was him, he wouldn't had him on a video. He didn't want that shit. Wow. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and let Denzel speak on behalf of Malcolm X, because y'all show sucking Future dick and shit.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
That more I flipped the script so quick. That's why I said a lot of these dudes will do anything to keep them women baby mama terrorists as that collection plate. You can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
Where was I going? I keep rambling. Oh, now that I know better, I want to teach this to my girls. I thought I was going to be the one to do things different in life as far as having kids and relationships and all that type of stuff. But I ultimately ended up just going down the same road that all the other women in my family have. And I think it's just because we're not really getting to the root of what the problem is and sharing that with our children. We're just giving a straight, oh, don't have kids, don't get pregnant, or, don't do this and don't be. It's like it's just so quick and to the point, and kind of just not really like, why? Why should I not do this? What should I be looking for? what should I accept? What should I not? Like, all, it's like not really getting deep into it. And I want to get deep into it with my children because I really want them to not have to go through the things I did and not go down the route that I did. And I definitely don't want them to be a young mom. I don't want them to be a teen mom. I don't want them to be a single mom. Of course, life happens, and I'm never going to judge them or hold anything against them if they do make their mistakes. But if me having this knowledge, I would be doing such a disservice to my children by not sharing this with them.
100% facts. So I didn't know if she had a boy and a girl or two boys. She got two girls, and she said she's going to teach them to do it the right way. She's going to teach them to be traditional and don't give up your goods like that. Wait for marriage if you can. So I had to give a shout out for that because the average baby mama Terrence ain't gonna do that. She gonna do that traditional generational curse. You don't need no man. Be strong and independent. We's the good, sir. Yeah, the only thing we need is the white man's money. You know what I'm saying? Always say she ain't learned shit. The next nigga will still hit it raw. Hey, I'm just going off what we say here. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, if she's everything she's saying, if she's telling the truth, then hey, yeah, teach your daughters, learn from my mistake. Don't do the shit that I did, and do not be a single mother. And a lot of these motherfuckers can prevent pregnancies 40 different times. But guess what? They do none of it. You remember the other baby mama Taz? He blew me up. He blew me up. He blew me up. So a lot of these motherfuckers won't even prevent pregnancy. That's another reason why I say they choose single motherism. You got 20 different remedies to prevent pregnancies, and yet you won't even take none of the motherfucker. Morning after, Plan B, the shot pill, the IUD. You won't take the patch. You won't take the female birth control, none of that shit. And you tell me that you don't know how you got pregnant? Oh, okay. Let me let Reverend X speak his piece.
You fucking income fucking poop.
Hell, they won't even do an abortion. So like I said, that's another reason why I say they choose single motherism. You know, shout out to Rico, the opinionist. He said, based on her logic, when a driver comes to a stop sign, I guess the driver needs to know why. and always say 33 forms of birth control. Yeah, it's a patch. They got the patch for the women. I'm telling you, they got all these remedies, but they won't come out with a male birth control. But if they do, how much will bet these same women that say my body, my choice is going to try to shut that down? I bet you're going to try to shut that down because they want control. Don't you understand? Feminism is real. These are the baby mama terrorists. They the antichrist. Let me let Denzel speak again for Malcolm X.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
But yeah, I heard the man. Look, I'm gonna talk about the male birth control. I'm trying to get more info on it because I want to make sure it's legit. I don't want to put it out there and then y'all come back, man, Mr. Parnell's fake. I don't want to do that. Plus, you know, as women already trying to boycott that shit. I got the article, but I just want to make sure it's really legit because it's really, they've been trying to do this for years. Then they pushed it back because they know they really gonna lose when it comes to life. The birth rate gonna be at an all super time low. See, I'm telling you, yeah, you can tie your tubes. There's so many different remedies. That's why I say these motherfuckers choose single mothers. I mean, it is what it is. And you're right, yeah. The male birth control could be another Tuskegee experiment. I'm not taking that shit. But for those who, you know, who not married and shit like that, I understand. I understand because I ain't hear nothing about side effects, nothing like that. But at the same time, I don't want to be knocking up no baby mama tears because the condom bust. So, I mean, yeah, I just rather use condom, but you know, condoms bust. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens, you know, it ain't 100%. Even the pullout game ain't 100%. You know what I mean? So you just definitely have to protect yourself, because you can't depend on a woman to tell you, oh, I took the pill, I took my shot and all that stuff, and then come to find out she didn't. Now she's pregnant. A lot of y'all went through that because she lied about taking the pill. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I just say, if she mean what she say, shout out to her, that she gonna teach her daughters, don't do the same shit. Learn from me. Even if she doing good and successful, it's still not easy doing everything by yourself. I don't care what nobody say. Let's continue.
Like, why would I not share this with them? And that's why I'm sharing it with you guys as well. I know there are young girls who watch me. I'm sure there are plenty of you who are in the same situations as me. And I just hope that you guys have come to this realization as well, you guys. Marriage before you pop out the kids. Now, you know, having sex, waiting to have sex before marriage, I feel like I have to do a whole different video on that. I'm not sure where I stand with that. But as far as the babies go, no. Wrap it up. Birth control. Abstain from sex. Like, just make sure that you have this in your mind and you're constantly thinking about it. That's another thing. When I was younger, I wasn't really thinking about the future.
And that's the problem with a lot of us now. We don't think about the future. We think about the present and right now. And this is why a lot of us are set up for failure. Look at all these statistics I showed y'all when it comes to lack of fathers. When y'all try to, not her, but when y'all try to eliminate the father out the picture, and you thought you was teaching him a lesson, you forgot that your child's gonna come up and that child's gonna be grown, and that child's gonna like a lot of shit. I don't care if that child got money. I don't care if that child got an education. I don't care if that child got a profession. That child, when it gets grown, gonna have a lot of lack of common sense shit. They're gonna lack how to engage in a woman. They're gonna lack how to pick a woman. I'm talking about the boy. They're gonna lack how to pick a woman. They're gonna lack how to vet a woman. They're gonna lack how to see the woman for who she really is, because he didn't have no man in his life. And the female, she ain't gonna know how to peep a guy run a game and know how to pick a man, because she didn't have no damn father in her life. This could be vice versa. Why you think a lot of these dudes now are emotional? They simping forces, they betas. I'll let my boy do this one.
Better milk. Cool.
They all them things. They so quick to want to shoot you. They so quick to be a reactor instead of thinker. They quick to try to grape you, women. They want to do all these fuck shit that you say y'all against, but at the same time, you birth these motherfuckers. Not only do you birth these motherfuckers, you actually have sex with the nigga that's doing fuck shit, and you know this, but you still had a child anyway. You don't prevent from having a child with this piece of shit dude. You can't make this shit up. Yeah. So, like I said, the stats shows, the news shows, social media shows, our shows for show. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This motherfucker is fucked up. Yeah, dude shot the subway. I guarantee that fake black pro beta male coon goofy ass incel didn't have a father in his life. I guarantee it. So while y'all get mad at me and say your mama black, who hurt you? If you broke, just say so. You're a dumb nigga off Cottage Grove. You crying about child support. I'm just gonna let you know this is why your future is sabotaged to this day. That's why the community is never gonna change. This is why you dumb motherfuckers will always get played by Gummy Daddy and everybody else. It is what it is, fam. That's why I say change the laws in your mind. Shout out to Delana. She see the light. She says 100, 100, 100. I'm just keeping it real. So she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. Unfortunately, a lot of us do got to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? Some rougher than others. Some didn't have to learn the hard way. Some got the game, took it around with it. Some others, they didn't want to hear it. Because you hear your father say, hey, man, don't trust these hoes. Learn from my situation. You say, man, that's your situation. I don't have them problems. And then you go through the same shit he went through. Let's keep it real, man. Let's finish. Only 20 seconds. Let's see what she got to say.
and years ahead, and the consequences. You know, I feel like when you're younger, you don't always really think about the consequences. You're just so stuck in the now. Oh, I love him. We're going to be together forever. He's amazing. And then when you really, you know, it comes down to it and you're in some BS, it's like, oh, shoot, what did I do? Why didn't I think about this?
Yep. and and while you saying that, here comes the
You get in water? I can't fucking believe you. How could you do this to me for him?
Yep. I'll put the link in there. Anybody want to come holler at me for a minute before I get my ass back on the couch? You know what I mean? This is Couch Gang. Couch Gang. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Shout out to Hazel Goddess for speaking her truth. And we need more women like that to call the shit out. To let them know, hey, this ain't what you want. Stop running around talking about you're strong and independent. It's simple. I could do bad all by my damn self. Yeah, you could do bad all by your damn self. That's why the statistics are what it is, because you chose to do bad all by your damn self. For God.
Yo, what's going on, God?
What's good? How you feeling, brother?
Ain't nothing.
What's your thoughts on this?
I don't know, but this Hot Pocket is tasting good.
Hot Pocket?
Yeah, word.
So you don't got no thoughts on this?
Nah, I mean, I think these BMTs, man, I mean, just leave them where they supposed to be at, which is in the gutter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, at the end of the day, I'm sitting here, I'm paying my money in child support. I'm eating Hot Pockets. I'm eating ice cream. I'm still living good while being on child support.
Right.
So the thing to me is that, yo, how could you be a deadbeat daddy if you paying child support and I ain't doing nothing more?
I agree.
Full God up out of here, brother.
Hey, appreciate you, my brother. Short and simple, sweet. How can I be a deadbeat paying child support? Hey, he might, if he a troll, he spoke the truth on that part. He's a fucking Hot Pockets. Supreme Allah. Professor.
Hello, my brother.
Hey, how you feeling, brother?
Man, I'm better today. I didn't have any reception the other day, so we couldn't talk.
It's all good.
Anyway, I paid off my child support. It took a long. My grandmother died, and she left me inheritance, and I was behind like 5 years. Now, I told you guys the trick. I'm a disabled vet. Went to the courthouse, and when another disabled vet told me a little secret, he said, if you're behind, they're going to charge you tax, they're going to charge you fees, they're going to charge you interest. So when it all came down to it, it was 100 and something thousand. And then when the court saw that I was a disabled vet, they said, do you fill this little paper out here? And if she agrees to it, you don't got to pay that other. Fortunately, I was able to convince her she doesn't get that extra money. That's not for her.
Right.
And those are just fees. The court gets that. But if you're a disabled veteran, like I was in the war twice, and I'm all banged up. And it gave me an opportunity to go to court and say, both agree that this court money, because of disabled, it's a hardship.
Right.
But she's got to agree to it. Now, DMTs don't agree to much, especially if it benefits them. This does not benefit them. So you guys got to remember, when you're dealing with these things, these Sumerian demons, that you're dealing with someone with mental problems.
Facts.
They've all been reprogrammed, you guys. The last 3 years, the Facebook algorithm has, and the bots and all that stuff, they cause arguments. They cause arguments and they instigate arguments, with that space. They try to make it about us, but it's really about them.
Right. It's always.
They don't listen to us. because they just listen to wait for us to stop talking so that they can continue to do their thing. So my experience was I was his commander in the military, and I had several soldiers that were being sued for child support for children that weren't theirs.
Oh man.
Where I was stationed at, they considered a DNA test for a kid from a woman that you're not married to is considered child abuse. So they found a way. The court found a way to keep BMTs from getting in trouble for paternity fraud. Now the statistics are the facts of this. It's 33% now in the United States paternity fraud. So if any of y'all got children, go get a paternity test right now.
Ain't that what I told y'all? Ain't that what I told y'all? Get a mandatory DNA. Even if you married, do it. Fuck all that. Do it.
Just do that. Now let's talk about the other stuff. The things we've been talking about. This young lady. Okay. We all know the delusion runs deep. There's really no way to fix them right now. The only way is to stay the hell away from them. Choose other things. I'm not telling everybody to go MGTOW, whatever. Be a man and don't deal with that stuff. There's better out there. I'm telling you, I've been to 60 countries in my career. Okay. Now I'm in Mexico. I'm in a nice part. I mean, I'm a standout guy here, right? They love me. They're like, hey, good morning. And now I got this fire department here. You know what that is. I think we talked about it. I sent you a message on Instagram. You remember?
Yeah. I saw that. I like that.
Now that's important. That's important detail because what's going to happen is going to be a big change of events in the U.S. It's going to be a turn of the tide, like the pendulum swings both ways.
Mm-hmm.
They've been swinging one way since 2009. This started off as an atheist movement. It's not feminism. It's atheism. You get rid of God first. You get rid of church. You get rid of guilt, that church guilt or whatever, the Bible. And we all found out it was all true. Now, our grandmas were right. Our mamas weren't right, but our grandmas were about all that. You got to have something, and my point is this, is I'm down here now, and I got 4 or 5 guys here that been through paternity fraud. And these are all ex-military guys. They're all banged up. They don't need that. Anyway, I'm going to keep it short. Guys, go get yourself a DNA test. Have that on standby. If you do get this is important, guys. Listen to this. If you get a vasectomy, 3 months later, you need to get it verified that you got no living sperm, and then get that certified. Get that put in writing and in the court with a seal. Okay. Reason why I say that, it's a beautiful story. I'm going to tell you guys a little story time here. All right, let's break out the story. Let's get the marshmallows. Guy gets a vasectomy. Gets where the girl is with her 5 years. She starts cheating. He figures stuff out. She says she's pregnant. He doesn't say anything. And just as she's so happy about having the baby and da-da-da, he has his vasectomy with the certification. She goes and has the baby, tries to get him for child support. Boom, in your face. But I couldn't keep my mouth shut. If it's something like that happened, I knew about it. I couldn't do it. I just walk. I don't deal with pain like that no more. I just get out of the situation.
That's
Mr.
right.
Palmer, thank you for your message, bro. Listen to that. Read that message I sent you. Okay, that's important.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna check it out because I like what you got going on out there, and maybe. Now, maybe I'm having you come on the show. You could talk about that because anybody that want to go to Mexico, check you out. I saw what you was doing. That's good. Good organization. Yeah. I like that.
I was also in Colombia. I have 2 Colombian children that I adopted when I was in the military. One of my sergeants died.
Okay.
And he's Colombian. He's Black Colombian from a place called Choco, Quibdó, Colombia, which is 97% Black, 3% indigenous.
Okay.
And so he was my sergeant. So I went there and that was like the Wild West. And I adopted these 2 little boys, and they lived with me until they were 24 years old. Now they're living in Germany, living the dream.
Okay.
Because in Germany, they get exotic, and they're handsome too. They're tall, My youngest boy, he's even got a natural.
Yeah.
It's like this thick.
I heard Germany. I heard a lot of Black brothers say Germany is a good place to kick it. I'm surprised.
It's a good place to get stationed at, guys. If you're going in the military, try and get stationed in Germany. You'll be like a superhero there, like a movie star. None of that mess that you guys deal with in the States is there.
Yeah.
It's not that way. Guys, well, what about Germany? It's so racist. No. That was World War II. Things have changed since then. Mr. Palmer, let's talk later, all right?
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Hit me up. See you. Bye.
Yes, sir. I'm going to be safe out there, brother.
You too, brother.
All right. Shout out to my man, Professor, man. He was in the States. He decided to make a move. Rico, I ain't seen on here in a while. Rico, the opinion.
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
I hear loud and clear, man.
All right, appreciate you, man. Look, I appreciate the topics. I was listening yesterday, and I'm listening today. Man, you've been on a roll, and just keep doing what you're doing. The masses are quickly going to turn in and tune in and understand.
Yeah,
there is a movement within our community to educate those who are not aware that of this whole system. That's I guess led by feminism and the gynocracy. There's a lot of young men out here who are in the streets or whatever, even in so-called educated brothers, are not aware of what you're talking about.
Right.
So I'm glad that you're preaching every day. They just in 2022, dudes are not getting DNAs. That is the most amazing thing. You have handheld drones. You have what else? You got all sorts of streaming, TV streaming. You got all this technology, except for when it comes to getting a DNA, a lot of dudes are not even walking in that direction. So I just wanted to, continue to just throw some energy your way, positive energy.
No, I
and
appreciate
to just say this about this young lady really quickly.
Okay.
I appreciated her educating people after the fact. Right. What I don't understand is how come, not put the comment up there. It's like, why does she need to be told why? When your parents tell you or the grown people tell you, don't do this, don't do that, as far as like, don't get pregnant. Why in the hell does she need to know why? That's a lot of grown people. Why the hell? Said, don't get pregnant, you're in the 9th grade. Don't get pregnant, you're a sophomore in college. Why in the hell do you need to know why for something like that? And the example I gave was, it's almost like a driver pulling up to a stop sign and the sign says stop. You need to know why. It's I'm telling you, the intellectual points of people is just, it's like people get dumber by the summer. Common sense is not so common that was used to. It is. It's like people get dumber by the summer. It's like they don't even try. And I attribute this, Mr. Palmer, to when people started really hating on education. People really stopped reading. A lot of these behaviors come from people who didn't take education seriously. We have people even today who hate on people who've gone to college or not gone to college, because Malcolm X was one of the greatest minds, the greatest lecturers, orators, and all he did was read books. How come people have something against reading books? That helps you in your thinking. It broadens your thinking. Even if you don't meet people over the world, you can get into a book and be exposed. And so this is what we're dealing with. And these are the people you're trying to crack over the head with a hammer, and they're still not getting it. It's the weirdest damn thing. So when they don't get it, they attack it.
But that's why I'm only dealing with the select few. I was telling Anton Daniels that he said the majority of these dudes ain't gonna listen. I said I ain't doing it for the majority. I'm doing it for the minority because we already know most of these dudes are not real men. They're civil forces, and they come for baby mama terrorism. So I'm not entertaining none of them. So I told you I have 100 killers and 1,000 soldiers.
Yeah, and you said the right thing. Even when I write on my page or on my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, when I speak, I know that there's only a certain amount of people who's going to hear what I'm saying. Right. But you'll have folks. I heard what you said yesterday when they were saying, when people have said to you, Mr. Palmer, you cuss too much, or you're saying F child support. Well, you're speaking to the people who will actually hear you. Did y'all know that even Jesus said, I speak and those who will hear me will hear me. So everybody didn't hear him when he was walking the earth. Exactly. So why in the hell do y'all think if I was telling the truth, I'm going to have mass appeal? That's why I appreciate you, man, and keep teaching the young guys. That's what I appreciate about your channel.
That's who it's definitely for. Because the more men that realize and our boys realize what it really is, then it's gonna be less brothers going into that unjust system and dealing with baby mama terrorism. So that's all I care about.
Right on. I'm not gonna hold you anymore. That's why I appreciate your channel, and I appreciate aspects of Minister Jap's channel, meaning he's reaching the young guys, the street guys. Even the language that he uses, he's reaching them. So all the real brilliant and educated, coiffed people, that's Minister Jap's page is not for you. And so those who don't like to hear cussing, well, you know, you're gonna miss out on something. Even on this channel.
I told you how I feel.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
So hey, I'm letting you know off top, I don't care what you think. It is what it is. I don't. You don't like it, block and move on.
Well, be cool, man.
All right,
you enjoy the rest of your day.
Hey, appreciate you.
For sure, bro.
Shit, I don't give a fuck. Hey, man, we got my man Yisrael up in the building from Cincinnati, man. Hey, salute to the God. What's good, brother?
Man, that was brilliant. I love what she was saying because she was keeping it real. Like, I'm all around all these BMTs and they don't even tell me the importance of marriage. But you know what? Really, what it made me think about is all these fake engagements. Because as you know, me being Israel, I'm like, okay, we supposed to respect an engagement because they're going to get married soon, and that's somebody betrothed. They call it betrothal. But all these engagements is fake. Like around here, these niggas engaging people, and it's not a real engagement. So should it be respected because they call it an engagement when it's not really one? It really had me thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'll leave a married woman alone. Yeah, I'm not messing with that. But then they say betrothed is supposed to respect that too. It's no respect for that. For a lot of them going on around here. But I wanted to respond to what the brother was saying earlier about him in child support court and negotiating his money. Child support court is so, you know what I'm saying, illegal. I mean, first of all, every child support is ran by a private entity, a different person. It's not ran by the government. It's ran by an individual who making money. It's a franchise. So they got different people running it in different places. All you got to do is go on the Secretary of State website and find out who is running child support where you live at. And it's a person. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the government. So the government is contracting with regular people to do this to you. So, you know, when you go in that court, man, it's an illegal court because the executive branch and the judicial branch, that's, you know, they're not supposed to mix. That's treason for real. So the whole thing, that's why they're not supposed to have a judge in the court. So child support court, you don't go in there with a lawyer thinking the lawyer gonna be on your side. That's a money game. So unless you're gonna tell the lawyer what to do, don't buy a lawyer in child support court because it's all about money. They're gonna find out how much money you got and what money she got, and they're gonna get the money out of you. Your lawyer's gonna get the money out of you. You're gonna be trusting this man. No. In child support court, you have to, if you're gonna buy a lawyer, you got to tell him exactly what you want. You want a motion, and if he rule against you, you're gonna go to the judge. And if the judge rule against you, you're gonna go to the Court of Appeals. And if the court, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna tell the person what to do. You're gonna go over everybody's head. And that's how you gotta treat these lawyers, because they're gonna just steal your money if you messing with magistrates. Because he probably had a magistrate talking about 100,000. A magistrate is not even a judge. The judges are the ones elected. We go and go to the ballot and elect judges, and then they get a whole bunch of regular lawyers to be magistrates over you. These regular lawyers ain't nobody. They got to take training classes. They are nobodies.
That's all they are, magistrates.
Yeah, they magistrates. They basically, we elect a judge, and then that judge picks a bunch of their lawyer friends to do their light work. And that's what the court is. And these magistrates don't even have the power. You're supposed to go over their head. So if you got a lawyer, you pay him thousands of dollars, and he never go over the magistrate head and go to the actual judge that we elected, then he's just taking your money. And we gotta understand these judges is something else. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to throw that out there, man. Because you know, dude was talking about that. I'm like, man, don't let these people take advantage of you. You know. But I just want to throw this out here, man. About Queen Elizabeth being a feminist. Now, Queen Elizabeth is the one who owned child. She made child support. The Social Security Act, the Social Security card. They say that's the Queen of England. That's why it's everywhere. Everywhere she has somebody, they paying child support. They can't see their kids. Australia, it's her feminist. She didn't even want to marry a man, Queen Elizabeth. Don't let me go in on her. I don't want to get in no type of trouble. But yes, that's the feminist queen. But so I just want to throw that out there, man. You know what I mean? I had to come through real quick. But you said something earlier.
I appreciate you.
You know what? I remember one more thing. You said something earlier about how most of these men are not going to side with you, and I was saying, and I was
about people in general, not even. I mean, anybody. They must.
Yeah, anybody, and I agree with you because I remember what I think I said it yesterday. We was on it yesterday. It was about them kids, them little kids. They because they grew up with no man making no decisions. They mama made all the decisions. Not even their grandfather can say, "Let's pull up that boy pants. Don't show his butt." Why you got that little boy showing his butt? Even their grandfather couldn't tell them what. So they got no man telling them what to do. So they go out here and they will not listen to any man. They have never listened to a man. That man has never been able to tell them anything their whole life. And so why would they listen to a man? That's what's wrong with it. And it's sad. We need, you know what I'm saying? But that's what we had a lack of, family. I just want to throw that out there, fam.
Hey, did you see them stats I posted
earlier?
Yeah.
No, I think I missed them.
But you seen it before. I showed the stats with lack of fathers. This.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
This is why it happened today. But they want to sit back and say they're strong and independent.
And that's what I'm saying. They strong and independent, but they hate what they doing their son so dirty because they independent. Now he don't have no example of a man. No man telling him to pull his pants up, put this on. You know what I'm saying? Stand up straight. You know whatever the case is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Put this tie on or whatever. Like he ain't got no man in their life at all. So when they get out here and they listen to men, they like, man, I ain't listening to no man. I never have.
Yeah.
It's sad, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? We hoping to change, man.
Yeah, 100%.
In the game. Peace.
Peace to God, man. Appreciate you, my brother.
Yeah.
My bad. Hey,
I was saying yes, sir. That's all I was saying. Yes, sir.
Hey, you still doing? I just thought about it. Before you go, because I want y'all to know Yisrael is in Ohio. He was in Cincinnati, now in Cleveland. Is you still doing the father's rights movement out there?
Yeah. You know, I'm trying to get everything. Since I do have a nonprofit, I'm figuring out all the different things I do have. So I'm really putting some things together because when you have nonprofit status, a lot of stuff is given to you because they can get a tax break. So I didn't see all this stuff that was just free for people. We don't put these things. But in fact, I'm dealing with a lot of different brothers. They always calling me up with different problems and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to go around, like I'm the one that brings them together. You know what I'm saying, for the discussion. You know what I'm saying? We do have Fight for Fatherhood on Facebook, but I have like a board that I always talk to. You know what I'm saying? But so we making it bubble, but you know what I mean? Like I said, they stole the election from me. You know what I'm saying? But we got different things. You know what I'm saying? We putting out here. We on there a Sabbath day doing our thing too.
Okay, yeah. If y'all know Ohio, man, y'all need to hit up Yisrael. He on Facebook, man. He definitely a father's right activist trying to change laws. He actually in the trenches, man. So y'all definitely need to holler at him.
And you know how I feel the game though? Because I knew they would never really, in the election, I know they never really would mess with fathers. So what I did was flip it and went to, instead of Title 4D, I went to Title 4E in Children's Services. Because now all the baby mom BMTs, they know they're gonna take the child from a BMT because she ignorant.
Right.
Children's Services is gonna make money from BMTs by stealing their children. And I'm like, so you know what I'm saying? So I was really helping the BMTs to be 1,000 because I don't want them stealing them children so they can go into the system. I don't know if they better with the BMTs or in the system. It sound like a lose-lose. It sounds like a lose-lose.
It's like with the BMT. That one, fam. You know what I'm saying? The state, they put them in trafficking and everything else.
Yeah. They much better with the BMT. But dang, this is lose-lose though. But I mean, I guess with the greater evil, it is what it is. But I was helping them out. You know what I'm saying? They have to know when they knock on the door that they don't have a warrant, they can't come in. Don't sign nothing with them children's services. When you sign it, now you consent to them, and you can't even fight them in court because you can sign a document consenting to them doing what they want to do. Right. So I was trying to educate them because that's what's gonna happen to them.
No, facts, 100%, man. But like I say, man, keep doing the Lord's work, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Appreciate you, man. Peace out, brother. Man, we got Angela C up in here. I ain't seen you in a minute. What's going on?
Oh, hi, I'm good. I want to comment on that young lady's video. I want to say I'm starting to notice more and more videos like that, like these women talking about they now realize their faults and don't follow in my footsteps, I'm just starting to see more and more of these videos, and I'm not even sure if they're genuine or if they're actually serious.
I understand.
Like, right, because I'm saying it because I think they're noticing that men are actually going the opposite way, and more and more black men, those that do have their stuff together, the ones that they would want to snatch up, are actually leaving in large numbers. And then I'm noticing that the younger generation of black males are saying that they don't look towards the way where black females are, like they're not checking for young black girls their age, and it's like a large number of them. So I'm thinking, do black women see this and now they're trying to act as if they are now reformed and they now noticed in their ways and their errors? Like, is it fake or is it real?
Yeah, I do understand. Hey, I tell you, whether if they speaking the truth, being genuine, hey, cool. If not, either way, a lot of brothers ain't going. So I'm just
Yeah.
putting it out there because a lot of women are starting to regret, not doing it the right way. But like I say, my channel is not about shaming them, making them change, and all that. My goal is for men to see things for what it is. Stop going along to get along.
Yeah.
Stop trying to change somebody's not working.
I don't know. To me, I just find it real funny because I know how what's the word? Arrogant. How arrogant black women can be. You know, they have all of this pride. It's like it's strong. Now it's like they somehow are woke, and I'm like, okay, so where is this coming from? So I just want to see what things would be like in about 5 to 10 years from now. We see how
The birth
things play
rate,
out.
hey, the birth rate is gonna be lower.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a low sperm count at the sperm store for black men.
Right.
It's gonna probably be more surrogates going on. Might be more overseas trips going on. Might be a lot of different factors. Might be a lot of free agent lifestyle. Might be a lot of stuff that's gonna be going on. I don't. If anything changed to benefit us, it ain't gonna happen over here.
Right.
So
Right.
I agree with you. I'm not saying this video for y'all to think it's hope. I'm just letting you know that people start to speak up.
Yeah.
Until they change these laws and make things like it should be, and stop having this bias, then it's gonna always be what it is today.
Yep. Well, that's all that I want to say.
I definitely appreciate you. It's good to see you, Angela C. You know,
Mhm.
you a good pick me. So we love you. Because they call you a pick me anytime you go against the cold, man. Kareem.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's the temperature out there in New York?
It's chilly out here now, man. Look like it's gonna rain, but I don't see no rain on the forecast though.
Okay, I ain't gonna hate on you then. All right, you can speak.
Yeah, you know, man. We get above the way above the equator like you, man. Where you at?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
What's
yeah, great show as always, man. I've been saying this for a while now.
Uh-oh, you went mute, bro.
A big reason, man. You know, this is taking place, man, is because like you think these women are not paying attention to what's going on around the world. Like they see, like they know what's going on. We got war, even though we're not involved directly. With the conflict in Ukraine. You and I spoke about this on several occasions. A crash is coming in the stock market. There's some dark days coming ahead, brother. And they not stupid. There's some dark days coming. So, women always do this when there's dark days coming up. Women got laid off in high record numbers when the pandemic, when we went on lockdown. They didn't realize that their jobs didn't need them to push papers anymore. So a lot of them were laid off. So there's some dark days coming, man. And daddy government. To be honest with you, man, we're not in a surplus like we used to. We don't have the money to continue a lot of these social programs either. So yeah, so if these chicks ain't got a family member they could go live with, man, it's over for them. And honestly, man, I don't care. I'm watching. I got my cigar lit, and I'm watching from the rafters, baby.
Hey, hey, Walmart is always hiring. There's some hope. Walmart is always hiring.
Yeah, man. But I tell people, I don't know if you've seen it, bro, but inflation is at 8%, over 8%. So like it is what it is, man. They dug this hole for themselves, and I've said it before. Um, Women were the ones that wanted independence. You know what the word independence mean? It simply means being an adult. Who else would pay the bills that you've accumulated? Like they want praise for regular shit.
Right.
Like independent equals I'm an adult. Congratulations, clap. Let's clap. As my man, OG be saying, man, dirty folks. Let's clap for the grown toddlers. It's like they want praise for regular things, man. But it's some dark days for them ahead, man. And I know I don't give a shit. I'ma care about me, man. My circle. So it's just they're paying attention to what's going on, man. They're not stupid. But I wanted to also respond. I like what one of the previous people on the panel said when he was talking about men. No one listening to men, right? So you got these women. They speak about the patriarch, right? And I realized that okay, when I was growing up, right, everyone that I was a subordinate to was a female. You go through the liberal school system, it's nothing but female teachers. And and I
Hey,
didn't
you
come
starting static,
into.
bro.
We said,
You starting static.
can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but it's I don't know why it's static when you talk.
Yeah, can I at least be heard, or I don't know if it's.
Nah, it's kind of fucked up.
Oh man.
Just come out and come back in.
All right.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Shit, a lot of people ain't caring. That's why I say, man. Keep your veins cold. Keep your veins on ice, man. I'm telling you, because shit, they ain't give a fuck about you when you was fucked up down the rabbit hole, set up for failure. You know what I mean? You need help. I'm alone. I can't see my kid and stuff like that. So no, hey, I have no sympathy, no remorse, none of that. My suggestion, I always tell y'all, these baby mama tears talking that whining and crying, Walmart is always hiring. So I have no issues with that. All right,
Is
bro.
that better?
Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, people. I guess it was the calls I got. But yeah, so they talk about this BS patriarchy that doesn't exist, right? And I will say, when I was a teenager, I was in a residential treatment center, right? It's like basically, orphanage type setting. And there was a man by the name of Clinton Bryan, right? Clinton Bryan. He was a team leader of my cottage. So basically, he was a supervisor, right? And we talk about this word called accountability, right? And I remember whenever we made bad decisions or just with any type of decision, he would always end it with, "Listen, whatever you do, just know you got to hold yourself accountable." So, besides the times that I did see my dad, this was a person that was like a father figure to me, and I learned a lot from him. And now he's like, he got his master's degree. He's like a director at a program in Queens. So, when I get a chance, when I was trying to reach out to him on LinkedIn, but his account's private. So I do want to have a conversation with him, because he was that for us, and a lot of us had, behavioral issues because of, growing up in these households with these violent mothers. You know, and I always say when I grew up with my mom, you know, in the household, you know, how my father split up before they got divorced, I only got to see how women react to conflict. And, you know, in particular with my mom, every time she didn't like something, she became, you know, verbally, you know, and physically violent and abusive. You know, so but see, here's the thing: we can't move like this because we're men. We motherfucker, we gonna get shot, bro, or beat to death. You know, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, you're not gonna get the same treatment that your mom gets when she lashes out. And then I would notice too when authority would come around, she would pipe that shit right down, bro. Now she's a woman again.
I ain't
You
surprised.
know, so yeah, man. So it's just like I honestly, bro, like I said, you hit it right on the nail right on the head, man. You talked about free agent lifestyle. It's only gonna get worse, bro. Like they 50% of women, almost 50% of women are single now, bro. The next 10, 20 years, bro, it's gonna be more than half of the country being single. And also, this is not good us having these low birth rates, bro, because you can't sustain economy in that way. There has to be younger people to take over industry. But you know who is having a increase in birth rates? Undeveloped countries, third world countries. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Nigeria has the highest crew birth rate in the world. So that's where the population is growing, not in the West. You know, because men are not, they just opting out of this shit. And who wants to put up with this, man? I'm like, who in their right mind will put up with this BS, man?
Right, no one.
You
That's
know?
what I say. It's going
Hmm.
to continue to drop if you continue to keep the laws the way it is.
Hmm.
So I agree 100%.
Hmm.
Any last words, brother?
Yeah, well, you already know, bro. The women, they say it all the time. They bring up women's suffrage and all of that, and they already told you that they not trying to bend. So, like I said, bro, history repeats itself. When we look at all the great nations that have fallen, bro, this is what happened, bro. Men pandering to women, men being more feminized, the alphabet community, them getting priority. This has happened in Greece, it happened in Rome, it happened in every great empire, brother. So, you know, if we keep going in this route, I give America 50 to 100 years tops, man. You know, if we continue to go down this road, man. You know, and it's only, you know, it's only downhill from here. You know, I suggest the brothers in here get serious. Also too, get your money right because when this crash happens, you can get shit for pennies on a dollar. So have your money, your investment money ready. Like we could actually come up and become wealthy through this time period coming up while everybody else gonna wait for the next stimulus check and free cheese on the line. Appreciate you having me, bro.
Hey, man, likewise, brother. Be safe out there.
Likewise, you too.
Peace. Go ahead, Leon, son. Talk your shit.
Nah, I got no shit to say. This is gonna be straight facts though, because like if you listen to the video
I ain't
that
tripping
she
at all.
said, yeah, man, if you listen to the video that she said, Mr. Palmer, everything she said was cap. Like I was saying in the chat, everything she said was cap. She said nothing of substance. Everything she said was mad surface level. Everything truthful she said was surface level. Anybody could have like a little girl could have came off the street and did that same video. It would have made no difference. She didn't talk about anything that like relative to her life. Oh, she's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't be with those guys if X, Y, and Z. Okay, how many other females have we heard say that? Come on, like we're trying to say that her video is truthful, but it's not. It wasn't even close to being truthful. If it was truthful, Mr. Palmer, I promise you, she would have been like, all right, my two kids could have been easily avoided if I myself had actually sat down and look at all the guys that actually wanted her. Because she's a very pretty girl, and nobody could tell me that. A lot of dudes that actually wanted to marry her would have married her. And then the two guys that proposed to her after they gave her the baby, I'm like, bro, okay, after the first one happened, the guy proposed to you, you said no to him because you're like, oh, he just want to be with me to be in a baby's life. What? Oh, are you kidding me? Like that's usually how marriage work. Marriage work because of a baby, or marriage is for babies and for moving on legacy and to move on wealth. That's literally what marriage is. But what she said, oh yeah, I'm looking for love. That's like any other feminist woman talking. I'm looking for love.
They ain't looking for no
I
motherfucking love.
Come on.
They
And
ain't
then the thing to Mr. Palmer, there's no time in her video, Mr. Palmer, that she ever said, oh, if those two guys were ever on child support.
Now she mentioned that. But you know,
I was sitting there at work waiting for her to say that. I was like, what?
You already know if they are on child support, you already know.
Yeah, you already know.
Another stigma. That's a whole nother stigma.
Look at the car she's in. Oh, did she work hard to get that, or was that child support?
Well, she got a YouTube channel. She got over 200,000, so I'm sure she's getting a nice check. So
maybe. Hey, I'm just saying. Like, maybe.
Look, this motherfucker is making 140,000. They still get child support, so that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything.
That don't mean shit.
But like I was saying though, like the whole time I'm hearing her, I'm pretty sure those people that heard, because I'm pretty sure I work in a very feminist office, architectural office, so I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw me made up my face when I heard this lady say some stuff, and if they could have heard, they would have been like, "Yo, you fired," because like I didn't hear nothing she said. Because like the most truthful thing a lady ever said to me was my mother. But my mother actually looked at me and said, you know what? There was a guy that would have actually treated me better. And I choose your father over him. That was the most truthful thing any girl could ever say. If females, y'all want to be truthful, just be truthful. If you're going to drop this cookie cutter things, they're going to be dudes like me that's going to sit there and be like, yo, you lying, bro. Yeah, I've heard this in what, 2004. Nothing you said is new. And that's her truth? Come on, man. Like I said, that was it. That's all I had to say. I had to come up for that because I was like, nah. A lot of people are like, oh, she's telling the truth. No, she ain't. Nah. Nah.
You all good, bro. You entitled to your opinion.
Oh yeah, no, I know, but I'm just like, nah.
I agree to some point what you said, because I told you when she said 9 out of 10 women stay because of the child, I'm like, stop lying.
Yeah.
Nah.
Even that. I was the first one to put cap in the chat when she said that. I was like, no cap.
Hey,
I was like, cap.
Like
Every time she said something, cap. Come on.
If she's telling the truth, cool. If she not, it is what it is. Either way, most men still ain't going off your word, so it doesn't matter. Your action shows. But
yeah,
I'm just saying that, hey, she put it out there. And I not to be single mothers and wait to get married if she can.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah.
who knows? But like I say, now she didn't say if they was on child support or not.
I'm pretty sure they are. Like, I think I put in the chat. Like, I bet money that they're on child support.
I'm sure at least one of them.
Nah, both of them.
Nah, one of them probably can't afford it, so he ain't worth it. You know how that go.
Probably. Yeah.
Right. You get $50 a month, so.
Yeah, but then again, that $50 might be her gas money, so you never know.
Shit, I don't know. Gas $4.99 now, so that you need more than $50. Shit, no, I appreciate you, bro, and I appreciate you speaking your truth. It is what it is, fam.
It is what it is. Have a good day. Enjoy the cold.
Have a good one.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. We got Zone out there in Arizona with the 90-degree weather.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Mr.
Hey, man, just chilling, laughing with y'all, and enjoying this and shit, man. What's your take, man?
My take is that this hot pocket is good, man. This hot pocket is.
At least you ain't smacking this shit,
That was hilarious. Nah, man. on a serious tip, I kind of agree. With the last gentleman you had that you just brought on.
Oh yeah,
The
that's
chick was
Leon's son.
okay. Yeah, the chick basically wasn't saying nothing. She wasn't, you know what I mean? Like you could tell like she was just making the video to get views and likes and stuff like that. However, at the same time, that is what it's going to take for modern women to get the message, because it seems like when the message is coming from a man, they're not listening. So it's going to take more modern women to speak to modern women and say, hey, this is not a situation that you want to be in out here, being a single mother and having to try to bring the pieces of the puzzle together. It's not what you want. Now, one thing I will say, the main thing that stuck out to me in the video is that she said that two dudes offered her a ring, but she didn't want to take it because she didn't want them to feel obligated that they had to marry her because she's pregnant. Well, how in the hell do you think most of us got here? Your mama and your papa was messing around and doing something they ain't had no business doing, and your mama turned up pregnant, and next thing you know, papa is like, oh Lord, I gotta make something happen. And then you get the ring, and then they form a family, then they have kids, they raise the kids, send the kids off to college or you know what I'm saying, off into the workforce. And next thing you know, you got grandkids, you got great grandkids. So that how do you think most of us got here? That's how we got here. You know, like you said, most of us men, we want to be fathers. We want to step up to the plate when we find out that we have that additional responsibility. Society will have you believe that men, especially black men, are deadbeats, are drug dealers. All we want to do is be athletes. All we want to do is be out here in the streets partying and trapping and doing all that. That's what society will have you believe. But most of us want to, you know what I'm saying, create a better life for our family. Most of us want to take care of our responsibility. It's just that some of these chicks are too dumb to see an opportunity when it's right in front of you. Marriage is an opportunity to build a legacy, to build an empire. Marriage is not necessarily an obligation. I don't look at marriage as an obligation. I look at marriage as an opportunity. So it's really sad that, you know, that is something that she allegedly was not told. You know, I have a daughter that's 13, and I'm very candid and upfront with her. I don't sugarcoat shit. I tell her what it is. You know, she's still a little bit young, but I do plant seeds in her head every now and again about mate selection. You know, if she asks a question, I'll plant a seed. You know what I'm saying? So going back to the beginning of the broadcast, when you're going over the stats about the side effects of not having a father in the home, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yes, my daughter lives in two separate households, but my daughter's mother knows that when it comes to the infrastructure of my daughter, I got that. She knows that she ain't gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying? If my daughter get to acting up in school, guess who they call? Me. When she get to acting up at home, guess who she called? Me. Guess who's driving an hour across town in rush hour traffic anytime I got to? Me. Guess who's dealing with any problem that she have at school or whether she have out in this world? Me.
Walmart.
You know what I'm saying? So
well, here's the thing. Even in some of the stats I said, it talked about the father not being involved at all. So yeah, 100%. 100%. But what I'm telling you, when you have that baby mama to the other name, a good father out the picture, then hey, This is why your child is locked up at 13. This is why he or she is having kids at teenage. This is why your daughter have unwanted pregnancies and shit like that. This is why your daughter didn't know no better about protecting herself or even having kids before marriage. You can't make this shit up. I'm just saying. But they said
Absolutely.
independent.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna just tell you, having a child, any person that has a young child that whether they go to a charter school, whether they go to a public school, a lot of these teachers and administrators, they do treat the students that have like mom and pops at home different than the students that have that they know are raised by their mother. I'm gonna give you a quick example. Like my daughter used to go to a science academy, and unfortunately, I wish she did, but she does not go there anymore. We had to take her out of that school because it was just a lot of weird stuff going on. But she had a science professor there, and the science professor kept writing her up, sending her to the dean's office, sending us emails, blowing up our phones. And so he would send all of these emails to my daughter's mother. So finally, one day, my daughter's mother got sick and tired of it. And she said, I'm going to need you to go deal with that. So then she started forwarding me the emails. And then I started responding. So I told him, I'm going to come up there and I'm going to talk to you to find out what's going on. I scheduled a conference with him the first time. It was basically a no-show. I go to the front office. I'm like, yo, where's dude at? They're like, oh, he had a doctor's appointment. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay on your ass.
He was full of shit.
Exactly. So then I reschedule, and I said I'm gonna be up there before school's out. At 2:15. School gets out at 3. I'm gonna be up there at 2:15. So I go to meet with the science teacher, and you could tell that he's not used to dealing with men. You could tell that he's not used to dealing with children's fathers. So I went up in that classroom, and he was shaking in his boots. And I'm not a big guy. I'm 5'11", 180, in shape. He's a little shorter than me. But he was shaking. Even my daughter, like after the conference, she was like, Poppy, she was like, did you see him shaking? I'm like, yeah, I saw his hand trembling. But that's what I'm saying. Like when you had, like, society would have you think that fathers don't want to take care of their responsibility, don't want to take care of their kids, don't want to have marriages, build legacy and all that shit. But I'm proof that, what I'm saying, like society will treat your children different, and they will treat you different when they notice that you're present in your child's life. So
I was always going to my children's school and going up there, talking to all the teachers and getting to know all the teachers, the principals. Everybody knew who I was. See, yeah, it's definitely a difference, because a lot of these women say, who the ones that do go all to school and do that? I did, motherfucker. Went to the performances and everything else. So yeah, it was a totally different thing. You know what I mean? So and it's unfortunate when you try to take the father out the picture, because yeah, teach treated differently.
Absolutely.
Treat you differently. Yeah, it's a difference. It's a difference, man. I want to give a shout out to MGTOW Flights for the $5 donation. Said Walmart is definitely hiring oil changers. You, my man. Let these motherfuckers know. Walmart is always hiring. I want to give a shout out to Reese from Over East one more again for the 799 cash app. Appreciate you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I always did, man. So that's why I be like, yeah, whatever you say, fam. That's why I'm not worried about what a motherfucker want to lie about. So whatever.
I don't think and now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I'm gonna get past the part where she was talking about she didn't want to take the ring because they felt obligated. That is so that's you know what I mean? That's so ignorant.
No, she didn't say she wanted to take the ring. She said that she realized later that they did it because she said she was engaged twice. She said she was engaged. She said that she realized that they did it because they felt obligation. So she took the shit. It's just she realized now that they did it because obligation. I said, yeah, and that's why I said most men stay in long relationships longer because they doing it for the child. They might don't want your ass. They're not staying for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if, or I can't recall if I ever told this story before, but I moved to Phoenix in 07. And when I moved to Phoenix in 07, it was the start college, basically the start a brand new life because I didn't want to, where I'm from in Greenville, South Carolina is small. Most people tend to, born and raised there, they gonna die there. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them small towns. So my father was out west. I always wanted to go wherever my father went. So I come out here in 07, but I had a situation where a chick that I was dealing with, she was pregnant, and we were exclusive, at least I thought. And the baby's born. She's sending me pictures, and I'm like, damn, this baby look just like me. It's a little girl. So I'm kind of shaking in my boots because I'm like, damn, how am I gonna raise this kid from all the way over here in the West? So, we're communicating for months. I go back and I see the baby for the first time. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding the baby and I'm like, man, I'm a father. I'm a father. Well, anyway, fast forward, time goes on. Our text messages start to take a different tone. She's like, you don't come here and see us enough. You ain't sending us enough money. I'm in college at this time, so I'm not even working. So she's like, then one day the message comes, I'm going to put you on child support. So I'm 19 at this time, and I'm like, fuck, like my dad's going to kill me. What? Like he's going to send me back. So this is obviously way before you. This is without me seeking advice from anybody. Started thinking, I'm like, damn, how I'm gonna tell my dad, how I'm gonna tell my family, how I'm gonna tell my moms. Like I came out here, to have a better life, not to get a chick pregnant. So then something was like, you know what? You gotta go back. You gotta test the child. So I came back. I went to the house and I had a DNA kit with me. And something happened, but the child's mom, the chick that I was dealing with previously at that time, she left the room. I took the cotton swabs and swabbed the baby up, and and then I played it cool. I left. So then I sent the results off to the lab, and a few weeks later, it came back that the baby was not mine. So, like Professor was saying, I think that's his name. Make sure you get that DNA. This is without, I'm a young kid at this time. This was without any adult telling me, anybody telling me. This was just me thinking on my feet. Like, if the child is yours, at least get a DNA test. If you about to be on child support, at least get you in college, if your life is about to be ruined, damn it, at least get a DNA test, man. And so that's what I did, because I'm like, if I'm about to be paying, this is all of my automatic thinking on my own. I'm like, damn, man, like if I'm about to be on child support for 18 years, at least I need to know I'm paying for my child and not somebody else's child. So yeah, man, when I came back, when those results came back, I'm gonna tell you the God's honest truth. I was heartbroken at first, because I'm like, damn, I love the girl's mom. I love the child. And plus where I'm from, we raised to be parents right straight out of high school, 16, 17, 18. That ain't no thing. So, but then as I get older, I'm like, damn, I really dodged a bullet. Like I really got a second chance. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then here I am. I got a daughter now, but you know, I was able to mature a few more years before my daughter that I have now actually came into this world. So, and me and her mom's, you know, was together for basically a decade. So basically we were married without the legalities of it. But yeah, man, that DNA test and that was so crucial, man, because I could be really messed up today. But you know what I'm saying? Thanks God, Daddy, I made the right decision.
Hey, shout out to you for that. I want to give a shout out to Miss Parker for the $10 cash out. She said for the couch gang. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, any last words, man? If I get back my ass back on the couch, I'm gonna let the bill get in next, and then I'm gonna get back on the couch.
Man, real quick, I don't know if you saw the story or not, but there's this supermodel, and I use that term loosely because I don't really think supermodels exist anymore due to OnlyFans and all and this Instagram shit. But anyway, her name is Chanel Eman.
Ain't up on that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I was just looking at the story, and basically she's a supermodel, and she was married to a New York Giants football player, and they got 2 daughters, and I guess they're divorced, and now it's some other beta male simp that's all hugged up on her Instagram. He plays for the New England Patriots, and the chick got 2 daughters. And that's a prime example of how these kids get touched up and how all of these things happen with these kids. And it just, that's another reason. That's another, I guess you could say, plus of marriage is protection. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now this dude with the New York Giants got to worry about this other guy coming in from the New York Patriots, and who wants their kids to be around another man like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, you got all the hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, and you choose to get with a chick that's recently divorced to another guy that's in the league who has 2 children, when you could be out here getting any, in the words of Coach Greg Adams, junior college or any other chick out here. And that's just bad mate selection, and that's bad decision making. But I just wanted to, I just thought that story was interesting. I'm just like, this dude is crazy, man. It's crazy.
No, 100%, man. I definitely appreciate you speaking your truth. Shit, it is what it is, fam. It definitely is. I appreciate you telling your story about that, because yeah, these baby mama Taylor say you the father, but yeah, she knows the dude up the block, and you all the way in another state. Get your ass out of here.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, and she's definitely a BMT. But appreciate you bringing me on, Mr. Palmer. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on so I can hear that ism real quick from the bell, though. I mean, I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna still be in the chat.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, my brother, appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace. Man, what's going on, Pete?
What's up, champ?
Hey, just chilling, man. Finna go out. I'm gonna lay on the couch, but I'm gonna go outside at the same time. Put my couch on and lay out.
Oh man, the sun done came out, man. You know what I mean? The wind blowing through these blondes hair around this motherfucker. It's all good.
Yes, what's your take on this, bro?
Man, first of all, I've been hearing a lot about this male birth control, man. I mean, when is this supposed to hit the market?
They never said, but they trying to work on it. But I want to wait a little bit before I want to know more about it before I start talking about it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I mean, is it supposed to be FDA approved?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, shit, is that the best they can do for a man? You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'd rather get 50-50 custody.
Hey, you went mute, bro.
Am I back?
Yeah, you back. Go ahead. You said what?
Yeah, I'd rather I'd rather them give me 50-50 parenting time. You know what I'm saying? Let that be the standard parenting time.
Yeah,
shit, with that other shit, you can kiss my ass because anything coming from the government, you know what I'm saying? As far as like this COVID shot and all that, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I trust my immune system, but hey, man, that right there though, that's all it's gonna do is promote a whole bunch of barebacking, and barebacking is a hell of a addiction already.
No, 100%, man.
But yeah, man, as far as old girl, man, I think a lot of that shit was unsincere. You know what I mean? I really don't I don't believe a lot of shit I hear, especially out of females' mouth, man. I go on what I see, not what I hear. You know, and
action, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But as far as like what she was talking about, like I mean, first of all, you turned down 2 marriage proposals to both of your baby daddies. Where they do that at? That's some bullshit.
No,
I believe
she didn't turn it down. She said that she was engaged twice, and she said she realized that they did it only because they wanted to what they say wanted to not for her. They did it because they felt they was obligated.
Yeah, well, when you regardless of what she felt, like when you engage, don't somebody propose?
Yeah, she said they proposed, but in other words,
Yes.
she's saying,
Yeah, so you got to say yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So she said no to both her baby daddies that proposed to her.
I guess.
That's why I said where they do that at?
They do. Look at the divorce rate. It's 72. They do it. They do it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, a lot of them is saying no's. That's why the rate is so high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, so they saying yeah, but this bitch saying no from the jump. From niggas is knocking her up. So you gonna just continue to? I mean, you know, which that's all bullshit anyway. Because really, what she could have said, which would have made her look even worse, was these are just 2 niggas that I was fucking with, 2 different niggas I was fucking with, and I just happened to get pregnant by both of them. You know what I'm saying? That would have been more realistic.
Oopsie.
But all that bullshit she was saying, the way she was saying it, just just didn't sound genuine at all.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah. But as far as her talking about, like this newfound knowledge that she got, like she reinvented herself. I don't even know what are the ages of the children. Did she ever say that?
7 and 4, something like that.
7 and 4.
I believe it was 7 and 4.
But she didn't mention her last when her last relationship was either, huh?
She just said she was in 2 relationships, 2 engagements, and she also didn't say if she had them on child support or not.
Right. But I'm just saying that I don't know if the 4-year-old. I mean, I don't know if the 4-year-old was the last time some raw dick been up in her.
Oh no, I don't know.
Right. So yeah, man, all that reinventing yourself, man, coming out with these old red table talks, man. That's some that's some other shit, man. But but yeah, but one thing she didn't say was about these children, right? Because she's more or less talking about herself. And if any females is out there listening, because I heard she did like kind of say some shit about her baby daddies, like they like they was undesirable or some shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? One thing females should not do: don't talk shit about your baby daddies to strange niggas and to new niggas, because what it does is it shows that your children have no protection. You know what I'm saying? And you bringing a fox into the hen house. So you know what I mean? And what's that, bro?
Say it one more time for them dummies in the back.
Which part?
about
when
don't be telling new dudes and these dudes that the daddy ain't this.
oh do not bad talk your baby daddy regardless of how your relationship is with this nigga, because really that's between you and that nigga, and it ain't for the new nigga, because the new nigga is gonna see that these children have no protection.
Yep, that's how
If
you
these
keep.
bitch, if these bitches are sitting up here running around talking about we need to be protected and all that shit, well, if y'all need to be protected, that means the children are unprotected.
And this is why I told y'all, when the guy get accused for what he do, she should get charged as well.
Absolutely, because one thing for sure, two things for certain, most of these bitches introduce their children to their killers and abusers.
Don't tell them that one.
All in the name of some dick.
Right, Sky Daddy.
Yeah, bareback daddy.
They ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? That's just real though, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Any brothers, man, that got some females in their family and shit like that, man, let them know, man, because you know what I'm saying? These motherfucking niggas, man, it's whole lot of predator, trick ass niggas around here, man, you know, in these spaces and really all over the place, man. And these niggas are opportunists. So, you know what I'm saying? When a female talks about her father ain't shit, or none of the men in her family ain't shit, or none of the niggas that she chose ain't shit, then you know what I'm saying? That's a hell of an opportunity for a motherfucking predator or one of these old trucker trick ass niggas to come in, you know what I'm saying, and do what the fuck they want to do. You know, so yeah. Yes, indeed. But yeah, man. So yeah, man, that's pretty much, man. As far as yeah, her video, man. I just wish that most of these bitches, man, think more about the kids than themselves, because you know what I'm saying, the children, they don't choose that next nigga you gonna fuck with. They don't choose the situations that they've been brought in, you know what I mean, or the shit you bring them around. So you know, I just wish more females, man, would think about the children before they make decisions.
100% facts. As always. Oh, you know what? MGTOW Flights is from Portland, Oregon too, bro.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, he from out there. I don't know if he's out there now, but he from out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. City of Roses, Mike. 503, Mike, in the building.
Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Salute to MGTOW Flights. But yeah, brother, man, I appreciate you as always coming with that real shit, that ism, you know, letting all these baby mama terrorism who shows and choose single motherism get mad.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, you know what I mean? I mean, first, I mean, you know, a lot of brothers, man. I mean, you know, you got to educate the women that's in your family too, man.
No
And
facts.
you know, like as far as hey man, having them conversations, man, you know, some of them conversations might be fun to have in your family, man. So, you know what I'm saying? You might can stir up an argument, you know what I'm saying, and draw the line with who's really on your side or not, you know?
That's what I do. I mean,
Yeah, that's the best time to have a conversation, man, is with your family, man. If you got females in your family, see, I mean, that's them the closest motherfuckers to you, man, to see how they really think.
yeah. You learn
You
it
know?
when she get mad at you because you're trying to fight for your child.
Yeah, and especially if you got a fucked up family, you know what I'm saying? Most of your fucked up families become is because these women can't you know, they keep a grudge. They hold on to these motherfucking grudges to the grave.
Right, exactly. That's why this generational curse still exists to this day. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. They don't want you to like what they don't like.
Exactly. So, you know, hey man, as always, I appreciate you, my brother, man. You know, you always come with the ism and always cooking and making people mad and make people laugh.
Absolutely, man. Shit, man. Hey man, we gonna continue that talk though we had.
Yeah, we most definitely, brother. I appreciate you always. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay, bro. All right, chat.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Hey, peace.
All right.
Yeah, shout out to the baby mama Terrence Bounty Hunters. You know, again, I want to give a shout out to Hazel Goddess for putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all saw the discrepancies and y'all saw the bullshit. Y'all saw some good shit to learn from. The real shit is she put it out there. You know what I mean? But like I say, action speaks louder than words. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all support and definitely appreciate y'all continuing to support. So, like I said, man, start seeing shit for what it is. Be safe. Take the DNA and change the laws of your mind, because these motherfucking weirdos is not gonna change. They're gonna keep doing what they do. They don't have to, long as they got a fallback nigga. So for the women out here who definitely genuine about what's right and fathers are important, then you the ones that gotta call this out, because y'all gonna be sincere, you're gonna show action, and you're gonna show support. You the ones who we need to support us, but we have to be the ones on the front lines. So I appreciate y'all to the fullest. I'll be on here tomorrow, same time, same place, on the couch. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Fuck child support. Peace.
Baby mama terrorist. BMT. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. Riding around, try to play the Romans, innocent with an evil soul. In public, wearing fake hellos. Behind closed doors, she rock them horns. I moved on, she wanna teach me a lesson. Can't see my kids, man, I'm stressing. Couldn't see my son to give me his present. She got married to teach me a lesson. Telling people she did nothing wrong. Knowing that well since I moved on. Thought that money would keep me home. Hell no, bitch, I'm gone. I don't know what you lost your mind. Try to say my name, but I know your kind. Saying I'm a deadbeat, bitch, you lying. Fighting in court, man, I'm trying to be a father to my kids. She focus on the wrong shit, worried about another being instead of us co-parenting. Put my kids in grown folks' business, telling them lies, bitch, you wicked. Split personality, oh yeah, you twisted. Never thought I'd go through this. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups. It's my baby mama. I'm on child support. Can't see my kids, so I stay in cold. It's my baby mama. She be riding Lexus, finding sugar daddies, and doing setups.
I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Bitter milk. Cool.